This is the Drive By Night Show. We are a 3-hour call-in talk show on TikTok every Thursday from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock, my time. I don't know what your time zone is, but that's my time zone. And it's just kind of an open forum, whatever. Call in and talk about whatever you want. I really don't care. I have one rule, and that's just be cool. Other than that, call in and we'll just see what happens. This is my 12th official week doing this. Hard to believe that I've made it 3 months, but here we are, and we're going strong, and this is still fun to me, so let's keep doing it. It's not as dark as I'd like it to be anymore, but all right, we're just going to get this started off here today. We got Ohio on the line. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
Living the life, how are you?
I'm doing all right tonight. Just getting the show started. Only been on for 1 minute, and you're already calling in, so I love it.
I just happened to scroll by, and you looked lonely, so give me a call.
Dude, I appreciate it. There are times out here when I am legitimately lonely, like nobody's calling me. So I didn't even have time to do that tonight, and so thank you. Well, what are you up to?
I am wrapping up a dash, and I'm headed home.
A dash. What is that? Oh, a DoorDash. A DoorDash. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the delivery? What was the restaurant?
Oh, I had a couple. Mostly around here, it's fast food. So I had a couple from Subway, and then I had a McDonald's one, a Wendy's one, and then a couple from a few local restaurants.
Okay. But yeah, mostly fast food. I know. So I do DoorDash as well, you know, and it's like I like the time from maybe like 6 till 8:30 or so. Then I can get some of like those local restaurants, a little bit bigger of a fare, and then you know, like after that, like after 9 o'clock, it's just fast food and nothing else, you know.
Yeah, sucks for tips.
It does. And so, are you one that like accepts a lot of orders, or do you have like sort of a number?
No. My acceptance rate is like 6%.
Yeah, I hear you.
I minimum $8, $2 a mile, less than 8 miles.
Okay, and that's good. You got to have a plan with it. Otherwise, you're just gonna get killed out there, you know.
Oh, you're gonna get screwed if you don't.
I agree, and it makes me wonder, like, one of these days they're just going to have to, like, change that system, because it feels like everybody's kind of caught on to it at this point, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, except for some of those new people or the people that don't know how to do math.
It's true. They can only rely on new people for so long, I feel like. Because it's like, if you have somebody that's a hard worker, efficient, and got a good rating out there, you know, there should be some, like, incentive. Like, if you've been on the app for... Or if, let's say, you've done over 1,000 deliveries, you know what I mean? Like, the minimum should at least be like $5 rather than $3 at that point.
Oh yeah, I've been doing these apps almost 2 years now, and I feel like the pay just keeps getting lower and lower.
It does. You know, I've been doing like Uber Eats the last year, and I've noticed that the pay has gone down like twice in the last year. And it's not like a ton, but you do, it all adds up, and you start to notice it.
Oh yeah, it definitely starts to notice it. Like I'm not racking in as much money as I used to, because it's just a side gig, but you know, I can still, you know, tell.
Yeah, totally, and it stinks, and gas prices have gone up too. So it's like, you know, well, what's the incentive to be out there as much?
Oh yeah, plus the cost they're charging the customers keeps going up.
Oh, is that true? So I don't even like really order it for myself.
Yeah, I don't ever really order that much. The only times I do is because my credit cards give me like credits every month to use on Grubhub and Uber Eats. But other than that, I don't. And I mostly do it for pickup anyway, so I don't got to pay the delivery fee.
I understand that. It's convenient to have just like, you know, order stuff online, and it's just ready when you get there.
Well, as you hope it is.
Well, yeah. It's true. It's true. Well, good deal. So you're done dashing for the night, and gonna just go home and take it easy.
Oh no.
Oh,
I work from 7 to 4
seven.
p.m. to a.m.
Oh, in the morning.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, oh boy, all right. You got some long days then.
Oh yeah, I'm about halfway done with my day.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck with it.
Yeah. All right. Good luck to you
Okay,
too. I
yeah.
figured I'd give you a call.
No worries. I really appreciate it, and thanks for the conversation.
Yeah.
All right, take
Have a
care.
good night. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we'll see you. Okay, there was someone door dashing in Ohio this evening, and yeah, you know, if you've ever done some DoorDash and whatnot, it's kind of a thing where they'll just pay you just the bare minimum. They'll try and find like the cheapest person to go and like do the fare, and you know, that's it. So gonna try and get caught up with the chat here. I was until Florida started to call. Drive by Night Show, how are you?
Yeah, how are you?
Hey, what's going on tonight?
My mom said I don't have to get a job until next school year.
So next school year, so we're talking August is probably when the next
Yeah, I'm going out of town this summer to go see some family in North Carolina.
Okay.
So I don't want to be that dude that gets trained there and then has to leave for 4 months.
That makes sense. So it's buying you a little bit of time, though. But how? So you're going to be in North Carolina the entire summer?
Well, yeah, give or take, yeah.
Okay. Are you cool with that, or is that a drag?
I have family up there that I want to go see.
I see. So no big deal. So like while you're in North Carolina, though, are you going to be job hunting in Florida?
No.
Okay. So there's not a hard day, like you come back from North Carolina, day one, school starts, you still don't have to have a job that very day.
We haven't talked about it that much yet.
I see. But you're assuming that there's going to be a little leeway.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Well, sounds promising, though. You keep pushing this date back a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
And just keep pushing that thing back, and you'll be fine. Before you know it, you're going to be of age.
Yeah, no, right?
So
just wait till 15 so I can work in fast foods or something like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts.
That's what I'm saying. You know, if you just
preferably Dunkin' Donuts because I can't memorize all those macchiatos and all that stuff.
Dunkin' Donuts has got a few of those options as well, though.
I know, but it's less picky though. You get coffee, you get flavored coffee, cream, sugar, and whatever else you want.
And they're not calling it like Venti and Grande and all that crap, right?
Venti means 20. I don't understand where they get.
No, they're just trying to sound fancy. They don't really know either, you know.
Venti literally means 20, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you know, Starbucks has to give the illusion that they're better than.
There was $20 for a large cup of coffee.
It's true. Do you like it? The Starbucks. I know you're a coffee drinker. What's your coffee of choice?
Whatever I can get my hands on that's not Starbucks.
Folgers?
As long as it doesn't taste like pure chalk, I'm happy.
Well, I mean, Folgers can kind of taste like that, but it gets the job done.
I don't think we have those down here.
Well, you got Maxwell House?
Nope.
I'm talking about, you know, you go to the store and you buy like a container of ground coffee.
Oh, no. My mom has a Keurig. I'm actually one of the only kids in my school that knows how to use one of those.
Oh, so okay.
But my mom's trying to get older now. She can't be bothered mixing all that crap together, so she just made she just bought a Keurig.
Okay, well, that's pretty good actually.
Yeah. It's like $24 for a box of 24.
Yeah.
It's about $1 a cup of coffee.
Yeah, that.
I'll put like I'll use each cup twice because it still has flavoring in it.
Yeah.
I'll get 2 out of 1, and I'll use 2 full cups every time I have a normal cup of coffee. I'll have 4 cups of coffee.
Yeah. You can get by. You don't mind that the second cup is a little watered down.
No.
Okay. It's okay. No big deal.
Nope.
All right. And then you drink what? 40 cups of those a day?
No, only about 4.
4. Okay. And
2 in the morning, 2 at night.
Right before bed, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, well, it does help with ADHD. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the doctor said that caffeine actually helps.
It helps. It kind of like it's like a
not my heart rate, but not my heart rate, but other things that help.
Well, it's a focuser. It's a mind focuser. Caffeine is, you know.
But the only downside of that is I can feel my heart pumping.
Yeah.
Like if I'm focused on it, I can feel it pumping in my chest. But
well, that's good. That's a reminder that you're alive.
Yeah, and I had 4 cups of coffee in one day.
Just in one day or every day?
I don't want like wolf down coffee because it's kind of expensive.
It is. That's why you got to buy the big can at the store for like $6.
The aluminum can with the yellow label.
Yeah, you can drink on that for a month.
Yeah, not with my family though.
All right. You can drink on that quite a while.
2 weeks.
All right. It's a lot of coffee.
Yeah, well, coffee is a good thing.
It is. Coffee is life.
It's better than energy drinks, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. No, I don't go a day without it. No way. Not possible.
I could live without it, but I prefer not to.
No, life's too short. Just drink coffee. That's my motto.
I'd rather die than drink Monster Energy every day because that stuff's really bad for you.
Is it? I don't know.
All the Bang energies, those are really bad for you.
Yeah, no, I know. I know that stuff's not ideal or perfect, but it works in a pinch.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. Oh, no, I won't say that. Never mind. Well, there you go. So you bought a little time. You got a couple weeks, a month left of school. Go to North Carolina. And you're all set for the next 4 months.
Yep, sounds about right.
Okay, sounds good.
What are you doing this Easter?
What am I? Oh, I think there's a picnic on Sunday that I'm gonna see a few family members outdoors, still social distancing a little bit, and just doing an outdoor picnic Sunday.
Every time I hear someone say I'm 6 feet tall, I always want to punch them. Because I've had enough of 6 feet and social distancing. I've had enough of those 3 words.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you, man. Well,
nothing against tall people, but I just don't like the word 6 feet anymore.
I'm 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting down, so you'd have no idea to tell.
You're about 4 or 5 now.
I'm about what?
You're about 4 or 5 if you're sitting down.
I don't even know if I'd be that much, to be honest with you, but maybe maybe 3.5 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm tall for my age.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'7.5".
Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now
I'm one of the tall ones in my class.
I was 6 feet when I was 12 years old. I haven't grown an inch since I was 12. I was really tall and I was really skinny. I was like 6 feet and like 110 pounds. And, everyone thought I was going to be like 6'7" or 6'8", and then I just quit.
Sounds like a pencil.
Yeah. I was weird looking. I was just tall and skinny, and I had weird, long, wavy hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, that was a long time ago.
I am one of the tall ones, and my dad is about 6'4" if he didn't have scoliosis.
Oh, okay. But he was tall at one point.
Oh, he still is.
Okay.
He's over 6 feet, but he would be tall if he didn't have scoliosis.
I see. Well, there you go. So it runs in your family. So you'll probably be over.
I got the weight part from my mother's side.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what happens. You get a little bit from both sides, and sometimes
my dad,
stuff you don't want. Yeah, sometimes it's stuff you don't want, but you get it anyway.
My dad's thin and very strong. Like you won't expect to lose to him in a fight.
Okay, but you will if you mess with him.
Oh yeah, probably yeah.
Okay.
He has army training, and one time when he was in the barracks, like he was a barracks leader or whatever.
Yeah.
This one dude tried to throw a chair at my dad for making him clean or something. And my dad once punched him in the eye and broke his skull.
Ouch. That's the real stuff there.
I see my dad shit to his max strength. Like you can see the blood come out of his hand. Like it's scary.
Okay.
But it's also pizza.
Good to know. I will not be messing with your father.
Good.
Okay. Good. We'll just be friends. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right, man. Well, I guess a good update for the night.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, I had a little whoopsie today, about an hour ago.
What happened?
So, in the refrigerator, the top is like for beer and juice.
Yeah.
Like, I had been to 7-Eleven and grabbed like sugar cane soda from there in a beer bottle. Like, it comes like in a beer bottle shaped bottle. And I didn't read the label like fully. Like, I read the word Mike's Lemonade on it.
Yeah, it's Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah.
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 It's got. They didn't want to sell it to you.
No.
They
I had it in the fridge. I accidentally drank the entire bottle.
They probably thought you were trying to pull a fast one on them.
No, my mom bought it a couple weeks ago. I hadn't drank very much of it.
What did you like it? How did it taste?
I mean, it was okay, but I prefer the flavor.
Yeah, it had a weird sort of. You're like, what's going on here? Did you start to
it's
feel?
Very carbonated, I can tell you that much.
Did you feel a little lightheaded afterwards?
No.
Okay, nothing like that.
I'm like 5'8", 200 pounds. I didn't do very much today.
Okay, you got a little built-in tolerance already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A good deal. All right, man. Well, we'll talk to you soon, I imagine.
Next Thursday.
Okay, I'll be here. I'll see you then.
Yep.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Okay. There's our guy from Florida. I don't even know if I know his name. I think I may have at one point. I don't even know. Always on a job hunt there, and then it just keeps getting pushed back for some reason. We got back-to-back Florida on the line here. Drive-by Night Show. How are you?
Nick's Pizza here.
Okay.
I just want to know why I should drop off these pizzas. I'm not sure. I can't quite find the house. Was it a road or was it a street? What exactly was it?
It's actually a dead end.
Look, you ordered about 20 pizzas and 3 Cokes as well as 2 Sprites, so I'm just here to drop them off.
Okay.
Whatever party or occasion. No, excuse me. Whatever party occasion you're having. So I just need your house address or wherever you live so I can deliver these and get back to work.
What do you mean get back to work? You're at work right now. You're working.
Man, that's just stupid. Why did you say that? Look, I don't care. You ordered these pizzas, you gotta pay for them.
Well, I understand, but you know, pretending that you have
to
go.
No, you have to pay for them. You ordered them. That's how it works.
Well, how come you can't find the address then?
Okay, look, I see a house right now. I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna get this all settled.
Just do it. I don't care.
Nope, you have to pay.
Yeah, fine. Pull in.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
You've just been pranked by prankdial.com.
There you go. And a little prankdial.com. We get those now and then. Let's see what the chat's saying. Chat's saying this is a very cool idea. Thank you. Chat's saying next caller. Okay, chat. Chat's saying Jesus love you. Next call. Wish you drove more. Ask name ? Next call. All right, we got Florida again here. Oh, Florida just hung up. Sorry, Florida. LOL next. I'm George. That's right, George. George, 1,000 apologies. I knew your name, but yeah, someone's saying April Fool's, LOL. I forgot it was April Fool's. Someone said, I just called you and you didn't answer. Okay, well, here's Michigan. Maybe that's you. Drive-by Night Show, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right tonight. What's going on?
Just living my best life. Calling back before 10 p.m.
Okay, getting in early tonight. Do you see? It's bright outside though. Still.
Yeah, so I thought you had started 10 o'clock my time, but you actually started 9 o'clock my time.
Correct.
So I was misunderstood the whole time.
Oh, well, that's fine. Now, yeah, I'm here an hour earlier than you thought, but it's driving me crazy. And I started noticing this last week after the time change that it's still like light outside when I start the show.
It's dark here.
Okay. Well, I wish it were dark here, honestly. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't like people watching you talk to random people?
Yeah, maybe I feel like more self-conscious for some reason. Like I like it in the dark, and it is the drive-by night show, so it just makes more sense. And it just feels more private when I'm out here, like at nighttime. But during the day, there's still like people like walking around, and it just feels weird doing it.
That's true. Maybe you should go an hour later.
I've thought about it honestly, but I just don't know. It gets a little dangerous if it's starting to go till like midnight. You never know what's going to happen then.
That's true. Very true.
Yeah.
So last week I asked you to listen to a podcast. Did you listen to it?
Oh, no, I did not. I'm so sorry. I am a failure. I really had one of those weeks. I'm not even making excuses. I had so many things to do this week, and I'm kind of in this mode right now, and it should start calming down in another week or two. But I'm like painting, and I'm like, you know, redoing parts of this house and fixing all this stuff, and it's just like consuming me right now. And I could listen to a podcast while I'm doing it, but most times I'm either just listening to music because it keeps me going, or I'm just like there alone with my thoughts.
Telling you morbid would keep you company.
All right. You know what? It's actually a pretty good idea. And yeah, I'm doing some like housework tomorrow and all weekend. So okay, more. I promise you. Not. It's a good reminder because I remembered and I didn't even watch the show back, and you said it again when I watched like this, and I still didn't do it. So all right, morbid.
That's right.
All right. I will listen to some of it. I promise.
And I was thinking earlier, or like later on this week, last time I talked to you or listened to you, I think you were talking about moving. Did you end up moving?
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
And that's where I am now, and fixing up the new house that I'm in.
Nice.
So it's just, you know how it is. There's just there's work to be done. It's a 100-year-old house, so there's just things that need to be done, and it's just a lot. So it's overwhelming, and like I'm the type of person that like I like to take a big chunk and just do it as fast as I can, and then I can kind of just relax a little bit.
We do that once a year to our house. We like pick a weekend and we pick a room and we like tear it down to the studs and flip it in one weekend, and it's ridiculous and it's so stressful, but it's so nice when it's done.
It's nice when it's done, and it's like you if you put that stuff off, or if you just do a little bit here and there, it's gonna take you like a year to get that done. You know what I mean? So you charge in there and you just spend every second on it, get it done. Then like a couple weeks or whatever, you can just like relax and everything's looking good.
It's true.
So
and you can sit back and smile.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I am, and I was up doing that until 3 something in the morning last night. I was painting a kitchen, and then you know, after the show, I'm gonna go do some more work on it, probably till then. And so, you know, it's just on my mind right now. I just want to be done with it.
Are you doing cupboards, or what are you doing?
Just really painting right now, and then the floor is next. The cupboards are okay. They can last a little longer, so it's more about the floor is next after the painting.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know. I haven't done too much of that type of stuff, so it's kind of going to be learn as I go.
Okay, that's what YouTube's for.
What's that? What's that?
That's what YouTube is for.
You're 100% right, and it's amazing. Like I've gotten so much more confidence and better at fixing things and just doing odds and ends projects by watching videos, and it really kind of gives you that like that okay in your brain. It's like, oh, I can see somebody do it. I can totally do that too.
Right. I can pause the video.
Pause the video, rewind it, just watch exactly what they do. And it's like,
Right.
if you do exactly what they do, it's fine.
Yep. I agree.
I agree. It takes a little while. Like, it's not totally intuitive, but I don't know. It's like changed my life. I would have never had like the courage to do a lot of those projects that I'll do now.
Same.
Huh.
Same.
It's cool. So thank you to all those people that make those videos.
I agree.
Because it's like a lot of them, some of them have tons of views and they'll make a little money off of it, but the majority of those people that make those videos don't get anything back from it at all.
It's true, except I wish they could see what I've learned.
Yeah, well,
Like, look what I can do.
I remember back in the day, YouTube used to have like kind of what like TikTok has now, like the duets and sort of reaction videos and whatnot. And YouTube kind of got away from that like a long time ago. Where if somebody did do something like that, you'd make like a reaction video and say, look, here's what I did with what I learned from your, lesson in tiling a floor. And then it would like stay on that page where the source came from.
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And it's kind of like what like the duets on TikTok are.
I had no idea.
I think YouTube blew it by getting rid of that.
Well, I'll learn, I guess.
Exactly. And now they're scrambling. Now YouTube's making, a certain upload portion for just vertical videos, just like TikTok has, like a minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They have their own version. It's like in beta right now.
It's not gonna last.
I don't know. What's not going to last? TikTok or YouTube or both?
The TikTok version on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, because Instagram tried to put something up not too long ago, and I don't think anybody cares about that.
Nope. Same with Facebook. It's gone down the drain.
Nobody cares about it. I think Facebook's dead. I think it's officially dead.
I agree.
It's kind of like the newspaper, the physical newspaper at this point. It's the people that are using it now. Once they're gone, nobody will ever use it again because it's not getting like new users anymore. Just like nobody's subscribing to a newspaper like in their teens and 20s now.
Right. The only ones using it are like what used it in the beginning.
Exactly. So it's like it really is because like I jumped on there in I want to say 2007. And so that's been a long time, almost 15 years, 14 years that I've been on there. And I don't know, like I still look at it, but I don't post anything. No,
and then you look back at what people have posted and we're like, we don't care if you did this shit.
I don't care what anybody posts on there at all, ever. The novelty of that is just like, I don't care. I just don't care.
Yeah, we use it for like the buy, sell, and trade.
Yep.
It's like the new Craigslist.
It's good for that. It's the new Craigslist. It's good for like news. I'll get like some news off of it just by scrolling through it real fast. And then if you need to like create an event or promote something, it's good for
Agreed.
that. But,
it is actually.
Other than that, those three things though, like I just don't see its usefulness anymore. Like. I don't know.
But even as you said before, even if you do an event, like the younger generation isn't on there. Like my kids aren't on it, and their friends aren't on it, and
yeah. No,
so still,
it's true. It doesn't have the reach that it does. Well, let's just say we wanted to host an event this weekend. Then how do you do it? I mean, make one for Facebook, but do you make an event? Can you make an event anywhere else? Like, I don't even know.
I don't know either. That's a good question.
Somebody knows the answer to that, but I just don't know.
I don't know. I'm not tech savvy.
I'm surprised I'm able to do this as well as I am, honestly. But just like,
well, especially with the podcast, the YouTube, and TikTok.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I've worked with videos and audios for like the last 20 years or so. So audio and video is very easy for me. Like setting this up to make it work. Like I understand how to do that. It's just sort of, going live on here at first was kind of scary. Like I didn't know if it was going to work or not.
Yeah, so I was thinking the other day, how long are you going to do this if you don't make profit or anything off of it?
I don't know. That's a great question, because it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like if this is going to work, let's say that it gets to a point where I can make a little bit of money off of it, maybe even do it more than one night a week and something. I don't have like these grandiose dreams that I'm going to make like millions of dollars doing this.
Right.
But if I can make like a few $100 a week doing this or something, just as like it's like a part-time job at that point, and it's a fun part-time job to have.
Yeah.
I feel like seriously, and it sounds crazy, but I feel like I got to put in like 2 years of every single Thursday, do this for 2 years, just to see what the results would really be at that point.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Look at you, have a plan. Good job.
Oh, you gotta have a plan. Like when I was like setting this whole thing up, I made the plans and the steps like a little bit at a time. Like, how am I gonna properly do this? Stream this, a phone number, put it up here, get another phone, the audio recording working, and all of this stuff. So it really wasn't something that I just thought up like overnight. It was like kind of almost 2-year thinking before I even started doing this.
And now you have some regulars. Like I've heard
a
couple, like the guy before me, he's a regular, isn't he?
He's a regular. He's a regular. He calls about every Thursday now, and he's looking to get a job, or he's supposed to get his job. His mother's putting some pressure on him, and I feel like I don't think he's ever going to get a job. It just feels like he's got one reason every week why he doesn't have one, or why he's not looking for one. So I just
welcome to every kid.
It's true, right?
Well, not every kid. That's not every kid. No, I take that back.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But so I don't know. I'm just here. I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to listen, and if I've got any advice to get, he's a cool kid. He's a funny kid, So I wish him well. But sometimes you just gotta go out and get a job. Quit talking about it. Quit thinking. You just gotta go out and do it.
It's scary though.
Maybe first job. You're right. I guess I'm so far removed from it that it's like, you're right. A first job is a really weird thing to do.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Yeah.
You have no clue.
Well, and then you go in there, and I guess there's some similarities to school in a sense that you have a teacher, an instructor, or a boss that's like, okay, here's what you are supposed to do. But in a job setting, they can be a lot less like patient with you as they could be maybe in school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I think it all depends on the child's work ethic too. Like one of my kids is super motivated, and the other one is never going to get a job.
Yeah, but sometimes like I really think work ethic can be learned though.
I agree.
And it's one of those things that I was always from day one, like a pretty fast, efficient, like I didn't mind work, but I had to kind of do it on my terms. But as I've gotten older, I've really like, I don't know, there's a certain way that it's going to be done, and there's just no other way to do it. Like I don't like to do a half job. And that's something like I probably wouldn't have cared about when I was younger.
Well, and I think some people struggle with that because you don't get the appreciation that you should get when you are, at least you feel like you're putting all this work into it.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't know. I mean, isn't that what a paycheck is, though? I guess.
No.
Maybe, I don't know.
It depends.
Do your job? Do you appreciate or feel like if somebody doesn't like say, hey, you did really well at this, does that bother you?
What do you mean?
Yeah, let's say. Well, I was just saying, a job is the paycheck. Well, let's just start there. then from spawning from that point, do you personally appreciate kind compliments, somebody saying, good job, you did great work here, keep it up, way to go? Or you're like, I don't really care, I just want the paycheck?
So no, I would definitely. So I've worked in childcare and early childhood education for years, like 15 plus years. And you get burnt out so fast because you do give like way more than that paycheck is worth. And so it is nice when either the principal or your boss or parents are like, hey, we really appreciate you. You're doing a great job. We really appreciate what you're doing for our children. We appreciate you being here, rather than being in some schools where like you're opening, you're the first car there, and when you're closing, you're the last car there, and you're getting no thank yous, and you're getting a paycheck a week. It's like it's awful compared to being appreciated for what you're doing.
I gotcha. Totally. And it does. And it's one of those things, too, with people that, a lot of us could do. It just takes 5 seconds to let somebody know, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you did. Thanks so much. It's a real simple thing to do, but it can go a long way,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But again, that falls on love language, and some people don't feel that way. Some people are like, why are you wasting your time telling me I did a good job? I know I did a good job.
You're right. So it's hard, whatever. But I usually just try and tell people anyway, whether they want to hear it or not. And I found a lot of people won't even respond to you. They won't even say anything. They won't even say, oh, well, thank you, or oh, I appreciate you saying that, or they're just like silent. And I've never understood that. Like, if anybody says anything to me, I'm going to say something back to them, even if it's just thanks. It can be that small, but always it's weird to me when I say something to somebody, anybody, in passing, oh, excuse me, or thank you, or whatever, and they just silent, don't say a word.
So the Michigan joke is that we always say sorry, sorry,
okay.
So that's how we would respond to that. Like, excuse me, we would say, sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But that's a response, though.
Yeah.
And where do you think the where does the ope come from?
I don't know. It's a Michigan thing. I have no idea.
Okay.
But if you look it up, it is. Ope is. They even have shirts on them that say Ope on it.
How do you spell it? O-P-E?
O-P-E. Yep.
Okay.
If you Google that with Michigan, my friends and I it's a huge joke because we catch ourselves saying it now. Ope. Sorry.
And you're like, you're like, the stereotype is real because we're not even thinking about it and we're saying it anyway. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Or if somebody passes by and they're like, Ope. We're like, okay.
I'm sure every region has their own little quirky things like that they may or may not even know about,
Oh yeah, TikTok brought it out.
Oh,
TikTok
really?
Brought out the Ope.
Okay.
They made it apparent that it's happening. It's the joke now. Ope.
So if I look up hashtag Ope, I'll find
you should.
some.
I have not looked that up.
Okay.
But I would definitely do it, and I bet there's TikToks about it.
All right. That's pretty fun. I like it.
But anyway.
Right.
Okay, well, I just thought I would call in.
Okay, I appreciate it. Morbid is the show, right?
Yes, okay. I expect. I'm going to try to remember to call you again next week.
Call me again next week, and I'll give you a full report.
I listened to this week just so I could be up to date on it, hoping that you'd listen to it and you'd fail.
I know. My mind has just been elsewhere, so I'll remember this week for sure.
Okay, 3 a.m. I expect you to listen.
I'll be up that late working, so yeah, I could.
All right. Well, enjoy your week.
Yep.
Good luck painting.
Thanks for calling. Have a good night.
Bye.
See ya. Okay, that was Michigan on the line, talking about a lot of stuff there, and I really need to listen to a podcast called Morbid, or I'm going to be in trouble if I don't do it by next week. We got Texas on the line. Drive By Night Show. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right tonight. What's going on?
Just sitting here thinking. What is your take on our U.S. president today?
We're talking about Joseph Biden, correct?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Like, it hasn't been that long. So I can't say, like, I don't have strong opinions about it. It's transitioning from the last presidency and into the newest presidency. So I'd like to give it a little more time before I had, like, really strong opinions. What do you think?
I don't really like him. I didn't like the fact that he sniffs children.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of people feel that way about him, and there are some strange videos out there that are hard to explain.
Do you think he is like one of them people? I would hope not, but do you think he's one of them people?
I hope not as well. That would not be a good person to have as the president. So I don't know. So some of those videos are weird to me, and I don't know what's really going on in those things, But it's like, who knows? Who really knows? Do you know what's going on? I don't know what's going on.
See, there's a conspiracy theory going around that Trump will be back in office in August. Do you believe that?
No, I don't believe that. What's the theory based on?
You see, there for a while, the flag, the U.S. flag above the Capitol was flying at low staff, which means there's no U.S. sitting president. Okay. The inauguration wasn't really inauguration because I was there.
Okay.
And what were you saying?
No, nothing. Go ahead.
And for the flag to be flying at low staff, and for the first few months of him being in office, he wasn't flying on Air Force One. And then why did Trump go to Florida with a nuclear launch coach?
I don't know. It's conspiracy theories are fun. They're fun to play around with and say, well, what if this would happen? Why is this happening? Blah blah blah. I guess only time will tell about that. I mean, I guess we'll just know in August, whether it happens or not. Well, let's say it did happen. Let's say it does happen in August. What do you think that'll do to this country?
Workers will go back to work. That's one thing.
Okay.
Jobs won't be cut no more.
But you think
countries will respect this again?
Okay. But you think like the other half of the country that voted for Biden is just going to be like, okay, this is fine?
No, hopefully they'll get in and just realize what good he has done.
Okay, fair enough, man. That is fair.
I mean, because watching Kim Jong-un give his speech, he has no respect for President Biden at this point.
Sure.
And neither does China.
Sure.
And they called him a coward.
Sure.
I think that's because he sniffs children. But anyway, thank you.
No worries, man. Thank you for the phone call.
You too.
All right, we'll see you. Okay. So, there's a lot of Trump and Biden talk there. And I guess there's a conspiracy theory, I hadn't heard about this, that Trump is going to be back in office in August. So I'll bet you $1 million that won't happen, but I guess we'll just have to wait until August to see about all that. We got Florida on the line. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
Cold.
You're cold. Huh?
Wait, what?
You're cold?
Wait,
you're cold?
No.
What did you say?
Nothing.
I said, how are you? And you said, I'm cold.
I said I'm fine.
You're tired?
I'm fine.
I can't understand it. And then they hung up. I'm going to try and get to the chat here. It's saying, Diverson said that he was not on live normally, the one that's watching you. I don't know what that means. Someone's saying, I hit my goal of 60,000 collab ? What do you mean? You hit it or you want to hit it? I don't understand that either. Live me made the duets and gifts, then TikTok blew it up. Okay. Someone's saying, I mean have 24 people or less, you good, right? All right. You got to clean up the grammar a little bit here, chat. Chat's saying, I love Bird Lady. Well, guess what, chat? I love Bird Lady as well. And if we keep saying bird lady enough, maybe she'll call. And the chat saying always positive vibes. That's right. Chat saying area code 402. That's right. And then they're saying next caller. And then they're saying don't talk about it, be about it. That's right. And that's all that there is. Chat saying this is a cool concept, entertaining. Thank you very much. We got Florida, very busy down in Florida this evening. And then Florida just disappeared. So I don't know what's going on. Sorry, Florida, I don't know what happened. Someone's saying, why is your number up there? How do you know it's my number? Chat's saying, we say OPE in Ohio too. Okay, there's a roll call for states that say OPE, saying it's a Midwest thing. Well, I'm familiar with the Midwest. Chad is saying, I like this guy. Chad's saying, oh my God, I left my ass off. Oh dear Lord, this guy funny. Yes, he will be. Chad's saying, dumbest call ever in the 12 weeks of this show. There you go. We got to take them all here, though. Chat is laughing, and they're dead, and they're LOLing, and there you go. Phone line is open. 402-853-8436. This is the Drive-By Night Show. We do this for 3 hours every Thursday on TikTok. Oh, I got Florida trying again. Let's see what's going on. Drive-By Night Show, how are you?
Hi. Do you guys have any toilet paper?
Do I want any,
toilet paper.
Yes.
I need some right now.
I do need some toilet paper. Well, will you send me some?
Well, I'm just asking you to bring some over.
Oh, no, you asked me if I needed any.
This isn't chronic?
No, this is,
Oh, Lord, I am so sorry. It's just I haven't spoken to anyone in such a long time. Please stay on the line with me. I don't want to lose anyone else. Ever since my husband passed away, it's been so hard.
I understand, and I feel...
Could you come over and take care of me?
Yes, I'll bring you some toilet paper.
Why would you say that to an old lady?
Because you said you needed toilet paper.
Oh, well, can you at least tell me a story or a funny joke? I haven't laughed in years.
I doubt it's been years.
Please?
You're exaggerating. You laughed yesterday. Hello?
Hello?
Is that what I'm supposed to be telling you a story?
Hello.
I don't want to tell you a story.
Yeah, who is this?
Donald.
I want to know who you are.
Well, your mother wants toilet paper.
I have seen your number on my man's stock history. Yes, I did. More than once. Why are you calling my boyfriend?
I wasn't your boyfriend.
What is going on? How long has this been going on for? You tell me the truth.
That was a long one. It's still going, too, I think.
Hello?
Yeah. Oh, okay, we got the third part of this.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. Who's this?
Are you the one who hit my call?
Yeah, I know this one. I've had this one before.
Well, you left your phone number
I
on my windshield.
I know. I have a black car. I've heard this one before.
Hi, I'm sorry to bother you. You've been on my mind for about a week now.
Oh, jeez. These are just like jumping through.
I can't tell you more.
Nick Spears in here. I just want to know why I should drop off these pizzas.
Oh, we already had the pizza.
I'm not sure.
All right, we're out of there. We had the pizza one already. We've had the car one already. Those are just those prankdial.com calls or whatever, which are pretty fun, but that one was just starting to get to the point where we just don't need it anymore. Okay, so if this is your first time here checking out the show, you can go to YouTube at All the Rides, and I've got all the shows archived there, the past 11 shows. All right, Florida Drive-By Night Show, how are you?
It's me again. I have a question. It's a scenario question.
All right. What?
If you say you were Neil Armstrong, like on Apollo 11 on the moon.
Yes.
And you saw an asteroid hit the Earth and like wipes everything out, what would you do?
Okay, so I'm Neil Armstrong. I just landed on the moon, and I look back and I see an asteroid just blows Earth to smithereens.
Yeah. what would your first words be, and what would you do?
Well, my first words would be, "Oh shit," and then
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do? He's only got a finite amount of oxygen in his suit or on the spaceship. So, I at that point, I would say, just fly that rocket. Like, I don't even know if you could do that, because I don't know if you could go any further out into orbit. I would say just go out far out in orbit as you can, and then just disappear.
I mean, it was fun.
What would you do?
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I would probably, like, I don't really know. I haven't thought about it much.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
I'd probably say, Houston, I think you have a problem now.
which they would, but nobody'd be there in Houston to hear you.
I know, but I'll just do it just to. I'd still do it though.
Okay.
It's Houston, you have a problem.
Yeah, fair enough. So I don't know. I mean, at that point, it's like you can't go back to Earth, so you might as well go see if you can explore more of space. You know, you've gone that far, you might as well just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I have no idea how the bathroom situation is going to work out there, but yeah.
That's yeah, but they gotta do on the space shuttle. There's a way to go to the bathroom on there. I suppose you just keep doing it that way. You know, but wouldn't those things run out of oxygen at some point?
Not the modern ones, no.
Oh, yeah, but you're talking the late '60s here, 1969.
It'll probably run out of oxygen, probably.
You think a modern one today could have infinite oxygen?
I thought I read somewhere that the ISS had like a oxygen like a recycler. I know they have a water recycler.
I see. Okay, well that's pretty cool actually. That then you could actually live that way for a long time.
You'd be able to grow. The ISS nowadays has like you can grow food there.
Yeah, but do you want that life just to be like the only person left alive just on some tin can?
I mean,
ship?
you would have Buzz Aldrin with you.
You would have Buzz with you, but what if Buzz is like lousy company?
Well, that sucks.
It would suck, wouldn't it? Wasn't there three? Wasn't there like three of them? There was like a third.
I think there was two on the first one.
Well, I think there was three. Because there was like two of them went down, and then one guy hung out in orbit and never actually got to like walk on the moon.
Only two people from the United States reached the moon.
Right. But there were three. Because there was a guy in orbit still on the ship that never got to go down.
That's like,
that does.
I made it so close to the moon.
Yeah,
I just touched it.
Yeah, exactly. You're like right there. It's like, can't you guys just let me go down?
So I would be so jealous. I wouldn't even try to hide it. I'd be like, oh wow.
Yeah, just let me go down for 5 seconds. I'll just touch it and I'll be right back up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I always thought about that guy. I'm like, still good for him to get that far in his life, a major accomplishment, but what a bummer.
I would be so irritated for the rest of my life. Like, wow. Like nowadays, Twitter, I'd be like,
yeah.
Remember that time where you didn't let me down on the face of the moon? Yeah. If I see you on life support, I'm unplugging it.
It's true.
That would be me.
It's true. Oh man. Well, there you go. That's it's a fun conversation to have and think about.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, you better watch Bird Lady's show. She sounded irritated.
I know. I gotta remember to. Well, it's a podcast. I gotta listen to it.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
Morbid. If I keep saying it enough, I'll remember.
Oh, by the way, I thought she said I work in child execution. Like that's what I heard from my standpoint.
Yeah.
Like, child execution.
Yeah. That yeah. I don't think that's a legal job that exists.
Yeah, probably not. I'm not gonna lie, she's probably not.
And if that's what she's doing with her life, I don't really want to talk to her. But she seems like a real nice person.
No, she's kind of like from a big point of view, it's kind of like child execution, like
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. All right. Anything else tonight?
No.
Okay. Good.
It's good. It's a good Friday.
Oh yeah, that's tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, I forgot. I apologize to my Lutheran upbringing. I forgot that tomorrow was Good Friday.
How dare you forget?
I totally forgot, man. I totally forgot. Like I said, I already apologized. What else can I do?
Go to church, maybe?
No. That's not going to happen. I apologize. We're going to leave it there.
He's like, no.
One of the great things about getting older, George, and you may encounter this at some point, you may not. You may want to go to church the rest of your life. One of the great things about getting older is having the choice of not going to church. Let me tell you. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you'll see.
Yep.
Okay, buddy. All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Yep.
All right, have a good one. See ya.
I'll call you.
Oh, I just hung up on him. I'm sorry, George. I didn't mean to hang up on you. All right, chat is saying, saw your videos, too funny. Someone saying, you really have a radio voice. Thank you very much. Someone last week was telling me I sounded like Christian Slater. And I'm like, really? Do I sound like Christian Slater? This is Florida again. Florida is like, it's just Florida calling me tonight. Drive By Night Show, how are you? Hello. Florida. Hello, Florida. Going once. Going twice. All right. We got Bird. Is this Bird Lady?
Oh, it is. How's it going?
It's going good. The chat was calling out for you.
Well, I mean, I heard that. It, just when I got on, I heard that. It was kind of like a sign. But
it was a sign, and you know, whatever the chat wants, the chat usually gets.
I mean, yeah, I see that. But honestly, my allergies are just driving me crazy.
I've had a rough week with it too. Like no joke, not even joking. It's been bad.
It's rough. What's your go-to?
You know, I just tough it out, to be honest with you.
You don't take anything?
No.
Well,
no.
A friend of mine named Emily, her nose is running so bad, she'll just stick tissues in there and just, you know, drive around. She'll draw blood with tissues in her nose. Just stuff them in there, because that drip, it'll get you. That drip, you don't want to, you know, drip.
Yeah, no, the drip's the worst. I've just been blowing my nose nonstop for a week. My eyes are itchy. I wake up and my throat is sore, you know, and I got cough up a bunch of junk, and you know, and I just got a headache, and just feels like stuff's just floating around in my head, you know. It's been like some years are worse than others, and this year seems pretty bad. So I think it just got hot all of a sudden, and then it got cool again. And then it's supposed to get hot again this weekend. And I think it's going to be bad this weekend. No? You're cutting out on me, Bird Lady. Bird Lady. Bird Lady's cutting out on me. Oh, this happened last week, too. All right, we'll pull over here. I don't think it was me moving around. Are we there?
Did you blow your nose and lose me?
No, that happened last week too, and I think it's on your end.
Well, I live in a tiny house.
I was about to say, you live out in the country in a tiny house.
Not really the country. There's houses all around me. But listen, you have got this voice that I kind of thought, have you ever considered like volunteering at the Lincoln Children's Zoo.
Well, to be Leo the lion.
Well, if he's got some trash,
Do you know Leo the lion? Is he still there? Is he still there?
He's still there. I was there a few weeks ago, but you've got to dig in your pockets for a receipt or something, because stuff in his mouth. He's still there, but no, listen. They have this. I do some volunteering there, and I'm in charge of making these T-shirts. Okay. Otherwise, we need a guy, maybe like you, to go to the giraffe exhibit. And what you'd be required to do, just hear me out. I know you're busy, but every 15 minutes they do a little show for the kids, and you would just have to kind of fluff the giraffe's tail, every 15 minutes on the hour, just to kind of keep...
What if the giraffe doesn't want me to do that?
Oh, it will. I mean, it will. There's several of them. There's probably, I think, 4 or 5. I don't know if we got the new one yet, but
I don't know if giraffes are real aggressive creatures, but they're just they're so much larger than I am that I'm not gonna mess around. I'm not gonna slap a giraffe's tail.
You get a T-shirt. I'm making the T-shirts. You get a freaking T-shirt.
You want me to pin the tail on the giraffe?
And then after you're done, you get a free drink, and then you can walk by the Leo the lion and put your paper in there or whatever you want to do. But I'm just gonna sign you up.
You can drink at the zoo?
Well, certain nights I think, but they're not gonna know what's in your cup.
That's true.
What day's the best for you? I'll just sign you up
You're
right now.
Gonna sign me up.
For the giraffe exhibit. Yeah, you've got that great voice. And listen, would you be opposed to wearing like a hat? Like a giraffe type hat?
That actually would, out of all the things you said, that bothers me the least. I just don't want to put my hands on a giraffe, because the giraffe doesn't want me to be touching its tail.
No, they're so used to it. The kids, you can buy. I don't know when the last time you've been to the zoo.
It's been a while.
You can get a little handful of lettuce to feed to them. Okay, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you $3.
Well, now wait a minute. I thought I was volunteering for something. Well, now this is costing me money.
Oh no! I'm just about to explain. You are going to get unlimited lettuce.
Well, now wait a minute. Are we talking about like what we were talking about last week, or is this real?
No.
Is this a code word here for something going on? Unlimited lettuce?
Not at the zoo.
I mean, don't tell your daughter or mother about this unlimited lettuce. They're going to come out of the woodwork there for that.
Yeah, they sure would. But I don't need to encourage that.
No.
The T-shirt.
Yeah.
What size do you need? I'm just going to sign you up right here.
I wear a large.
A large men's T-shirt,
yes.
Okay? And the hat would be fine. You're okay with that?
I'm okay with the hat.
What block of time do you want? What do you do? Easter's coming up. Well, they're not open.
Well, good, because I'm busy on Easter.
It doesn't matter. You can spare a few hours.
I got stuff to do. I got the drive-by night show to produce.
What? You got to make a ham? It doesn't. The kids need you, and I don't think anything is more important than volunteering at the zoo with the giraffe.
The kids are going to have their own things going on Easter.
Well, okay. We're looking into next week.
Yeah.
Just throw some days out there. I mean, you're doing the DoorDash, DriveDash, or whatever, and I mean, just take a couple hours off. You get the T-shirt.
Okay.
And it looks great on a resume.
What resume am I putting this little a giraffe touching a tail and feeding a lion paper? Which resume is this going on?
Yours. You can fancy it up a little bit. It could be a giraffe fluffer.
Yeah.
It could be
Wrangler.
I mean, call it
I prefer
Wrangler.
giraffe Wrangler.
I mean, you could call it whatever you like, but no, you just have a nice voice, and I thought, I thought about you, and I thought, I know the guy for this job. I'm gonna have to ask him on Thursday.
Yeah, I know. That's the only time you can get a hold of me is Thursdays.
Yeah.
You call this number on any other day, you're gonna get a voicemail.
Okay. I didn't try. I didn't even.
Somebody in the chat last week said my voice sounded like Christian Slater.
That was me. I mean,
you said that? I was gonna say, yeah. Nobody else in the chat knows who Christian Slater is except you, of course. What's your favorite Slater film?
Let's see. Is it called Gleaming the Cube?
It's called Gleaming the Cube. That's your favorite?
Yeah.
Where his skateboard is his brother gets murdered, and then he's got to like skateboard and solve the crime and get the bad guys.
Is he like a radio DJ in that one?
No. That's Pump Up the Volume.
Oh, that is my favorite.
That's where he's Hard Harry on that pirate radio station in his basement. That's my favorite.
Hard Harry. Yeah. Okay, I'm so old.
Well, I am too. This will test your knowledge. Do you know the legend of Billie Jean?
Oh my God! Do I ever?
Come on.
She's 3 years younger than me. She will every once in a while send me the song from the movie.
I love that movie so much.
It is the best.
It's so good. I mean, Slater's in more of a supporting role there, but he's the catalyst for the whole film because it's him and his dumb little dirt bike that gets wrecked that starts this whole problem with everybody.
What about her hair? Do you think I could pull that off?
Well, Helen Slater, no relation to Christian Slater, but Helen Slater back in 1984, she was pretty hot stuff.
But here it is, 2021, a couple years later. I think I could pull that hairdo off.
Maybe.
I mean, the earrings, the fist up in the air,
I mean, I don't know.
I could try it.
You could try it. I believe in you. I'm just saying, Helen Slater's a pretty tough crowd to beat.
Wait a minute.
She was Supergirl. She was Supergirl. Yeah, they're not related at all, but that's really her name.
I had no idea.
She was Supergirl. Supergirl. Ooh. 2 years later.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Well, I like her even more.
And then her career just ended.
I mean, you can't compete with Supergirl.
That's true. Did you ever see it? It's kind of like maybe not the worst movie of all time, but it's definitely not the best.
How do you think that I would get a hold of Pump Up the Volume? How does one get to watch that? I mean,
it's streamed somewhere. You can stream it on, Amazon Prime or something. I don't know.
Hopefully.
You'll just have to boy, this number will not quit calling me. 443, just give me a break. I'll get to you in a second. You got to quit calling me, man.
Maybe they want to volunteer.
Well, they're from Maryland, so I doubt it.
Maybe they're coming to town for Easter, for the holiday.
You think that's why they're calling me?
I'm sure of
it. Anything's possible, I suppose.
Anything is possible. What about, have you ever used one of those saline? I'm about to just run to Walgreens and get one.
Yeah.
And you just,
like one of you pour it into your nose, like through your mouth and whatever, like that.
And it comes out the other hole in your nose.
Yeah.
In one hole, out the other.
You know what? Surprisingly, like I've done it before, and it feels actually really good.
It does. I did it in the shower. You just in one hole, out the other. I think they're called nostrils, and you just in one, out the other.
Yeah. No, you feel like $1 million after you do it. It sounds weird, but it actually works. See?
Yeah.
See? You got to do something.
I got to get to the Walgreens.
Okay.
What do I gotta do? Okay.
I get you.
Well,
it's the Walgreens.
Just let me know.
Oh, okay.
Let me know.
All right.
Send me a message about what all kinds are available. And the T-shirt's yours.
Oh.
I mean.
Oh. Well, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough for that.
I know you're going to be so happy.
Just to be able to, like Leo the Lion and I go way back.
Do you have a pair of khaki shorts?
No, I don't wear shorts. I refuse.
Wow. How about?
I don't believe in shorts.
Just you're very modest. Okay.
No, I hate shorts. I just hate them.
You just don't like your knees.
No, I have nice knees. I just don't like shorts.
Well, when it gets hot, you're gonna wish you wore shorts at the zoo. You can't be walking around there. The animals give a whole lot of extra heat. And
okay.
I mean, you can't wear jeans or pants.
I wear pants every day of my life.
Well, just consider wearing something light because it gets really warm at the zoo. Just think it. You could kind of upgrade to. Have you always wanted to drive that train?
Have I wanted to do what with the train?
Drive it.
Oh, drive the train. I don't know.
Yeah.
You gotta wave at people, and blow that whistle. I don't know if I'm cut up for that.
Well, a long-term goal,
Yeah, maybe it's the long-term goal, like. But you always see like 80-year-old dudes doing that. Maybe I'm still a few years away from doing that.
I don't know.
I
think you'd be just fine.
I'm still. Christian Slater and I are still hanging on a little bit here. We're not out to pasture yet.
Is he our age? He must be.
Yeah, he's older. He's older.
Oh, I think I had him hanging in my locker. I did. I'm sure of it.
Because you got to realize, like, he was, whatever in Legend of Billie Jean. I think he was probably late 60s, 69, something like that. Probably born then, something like around there.
Probably a couple of years older than me. Probably.
A few. Let's say a few.
Yeah.
Okay.
That works. Okay, well, you better get to North 4th Street. Now, don't forget to let me know what block it's in.
I'll have to think about it, and I'll get back to you.
Your T-shirt's already been ordered, so you can't go back on your word.
I never go back on my word, Bird.
I mean, we've got witnesses here, plenty of witnesses.
It's true.
Okay,
it's true. TikTok is going to hold me accountable to this.
Well, that and it's probably going to be on YouTube or.
Yeah.
A podcast.
Yeah, it's all the podcast. It's all over the place right now. It's slowly taking over the world.
Yeah, so that's the proof, so you can't go back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Whatever.
Well, you have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.
I can't wait.
Okay. Goodbye.
All right. We'll see you. Okay. That was the infamous Bird Lady, and always a fun conversation. All right, Maryland during that entire call wouldn't quit calling every 2 seconds. I almost want to hang up on him, but let's just see what Maryland has to say. Drive By Night Show, how are you? Hey Maryland, you tried this 1,000 times. You're blowing your chance here.
I just gotta ask you.
Hey, close my fucking door. Close the fucking door. I'll get out of here. Close the door. Anyway, some fucking guy just opened my door. Sorry about that. And we're moving on. So, sometimes you gotta growl at somebody. Can't go around opening people's doors. It doesn't work that way. So I don't know what was going on there. All right. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing all right tonight. What's on your mind?
I'm just wondering if you like Pizza Hut or Papa John's.
Yeah, I have to choose just between Pizza Hut and Papa John's. I'll choose Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut, that's a tough one. I don't know.
Well,
now we're doing Coke or Pepsi. That's the real question we came here for.
I'm a Coke guy all day.
Coke, no Pepsi, so no Mountain Dew we're not feeling?
I don't mind the Mountain Dew, but just between straight Coke and Pepsi, I'm doing Coke.
Okay. I thought you were screaming at me on the phone. I was a little concerned.
I was sitting there like talking on the phone, and a guy just came up and opened my door, like opened my passenger door, and he wanted to.
That was so weird.
He wanted to say something to me, but I'm like, you can't just go opening people's doors, man. So I had no interest in what he wanted to say, because it's just the way he went about it was not cool, you know.
Yeah, that's weird. That's not cool at all.
It didn't feel safe, honestly. So I'm just like, I felt like I had to just like kind of growl at the guy to let him know, like, we're not going to do this.
Oh, no, we're not going to do that around here.
We're not doing that, period. So there you go.
No, yeah.
What would you do if that happened to you?
Same situation, most likely.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what this guy wanted. So, but I don't know. But it was my passenger door that he opened. Like, he could have came around to the driver's side,
right,
and motioned that he wanted to say something. Then I could have rolled down the window and heard him out. But he just opened my passenger door.
Yeah, that's just weird. It's creepy.
It's creepy. It's creepy, man. So there you go.
It's weird. It's 2021, you know.
Yeah. Who's to say? Who's to say? So I apologize for yelling while you were on the line, but it just had to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I got a celebrity with me who wants to say something.
All right, let's hear it.
What is the condition of Tiger Woods' health report? We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. Well, wait, have you heard an update on it? I don't know. I haven't really heard much. I knew that he got out of the hospital in LA and went back to Florida, but since then I haven't heard too much.
I heard that he's been practicing, and the Masters, everything. He wants to come back. I heard he's trying to get that green jacket.
Really? You think he's going to be able to make it back that soon?
I don't know. Rory's looking pretty good. There's a lot of stuff going on, so it's just crazy. I like the Batman story where he's down, he's hurt, he's injured, he comes back out of nowhere and just blows everybody away.
And I think I even said that last time we spoke about this, but it's like some people have to like hit that rock bottom before they can like build themselves back up, and
exactly.
I think Tiger's kind of designed that way as well, ultra competitive, and he's like, give me a reason to like doubt me and I'll prove you wrong,
For sure.
It'd be an amazing story if he could do it, all things considered,
Yeah, we hope so. It definitely would make for some good TV,
Yeah, absolutely, and it would kind of be like that. Probably in his mind, getting to the age that he is and whatnot, the relevance, like if he could kind of go out on a note like that, I think he could be pretty satisfied.
I mean, I think for sure this is the last run. This is the last chance, the last opportunity. There's not going to be another one.
Yeah.
It's either do or die. You got to go for it. You just got to go for it.
All or nothing. All right, you're kind of getting me pumped up here thinking about it.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's just it's going to be epic. I really do. I feel like it's going to come back, and I know kind of throwing the topic around, but if you look at what's happening right now with cryptocurrency, I feel like it's the same way. There's a lot of underground dogs that are just coming up creeping, and within the next couple of years, you're going to see numbers and things that you've never even thought of.
Yeah. When's the Masters? Anyway, I can't remember.
I believe they start in April.
Oh boy, that's just like today's April 1st.
Yeah, no, I mean I think it's the third or fourth week in April. That's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like it's going to be epic. I know the ability that he has to have the training and to have the access to recovery.
Sure.
He has certainly an advantage, but I think he's just going to trump over top and just devour it.
Okay.
People are going to go crazy. Las Vegas, get your books ready. Tiger's back.
Are you going to put a bet on it, do you think?
I've already put the bets on it.
Okay. To just win outright.
Absolutely.
Okay. I like it. What
Absolutely.
Do they have odds out for it yet?
I'm not really sure. I just put a straight up bet for him to win the Masters.
Yeah. I bet you the odds will be pretty crazy. That could be a huge score. Huge win.
I'm a risk taker. I fully believe in it. You know, like I said, this crypto market right now is just going to blow up. EOS, Ethernet, everything, BitTorrent. It's crazy.
And you've got money put into that stuff as well.
For sure. Coinbase.
Okay.
Coinbase all the way. Highly recommend.
Oh yeah, no, I bought 10,000 Dogecoins.
Absolutely, that's a good find too.
Like it was so cheap, you know. It's like owning 10,000 of anything is like crazy when you really think about it. And if that thing can just go up a little bit, like it's just easy money, you know.
Absolutely, so, you gotta put that stimulus to work.
I agree, man, and that's what I did. Is just like, I mean, I got this. I've been working the whole time through the pandemic, so it's like I appreciate the money, but I didn't necessarily need it as bad as some people did, you know. So
for sure. Now I gotta kind of go off topic a little bit, but I gotta get your opinion.
Okay.
Worst child celebrity.
Worst child celebrity. That's a pretty It's a pretty amazing question, honestly.
Yeah, I got a personal story actually that I can relate, but I was curious about your answer first.
So are we talking about like of all time or like more current?
No, anybody, doesn't matter. Worst child celebrity.
You ever heard of Shirley Temple?
Yeah, I've heard of her.
Okay. I remember her as like being like around. She was like 40 years before my time anyway, but she was just like around like when I was growing up, and I'm like, I don't care about, like, I can't stand this person. Like, why is she on TV singing songs, you know?
For sure.
Who you got?
Okay, so I gotta say, the absolute worst child celebrity has got to be Danny Bonaducci.
Okay, from the Partridge Family.
So listen, I'm in Atlantic City. I got a lot of women with me. We're partying. We're going crazy.
Yeah.
I'm in an elevator. The guy comes up in the elevator. I thought I saw him, whatever. He looked very familiar, and it was him. And he goes to me, and he points at my shirt. He's like, "Hey, man, you got something on your shirt?" And I was like, "Huh?" And he goes and smacks his finger up my face, you know, like he's pulling a prank.
Yeah.
It just boiled my blood.
What did you do?
I just really gave him a dirty smirk and was like, "Really, man, you're gonna do this?" Okay. And he said, "Lighten up, buddy."
No way.
Yeah.
What he was on some VH1 show like in the early 2000s, like a celebrity rehab, I think it was, and he had some real anger issues on that show.
Yeah. I mean, just straight up. I don't like to talk bad about people, but the guy was a straight up jerk. I'm gonna point blank.
Well, and that's the thing, when you are like a public figure and quote unquote celebrity like that, it's like you gotta realize what you're doing, like out in the public. Like, people talk about it, you know.
For sure. I mean, you know, if he would have been like, "Hey, man, what's up?" Sure, great. Let's have a drink. Let's have a smoke. Whatever. I had women with me, and I know he was eyeballing them up, but he was just being a little weirdo creeper. And couldn't interact properly.
If he would have been cool, you would have been like, "Hey, Danny, you want to join us for some drinks or whatever?"
For sure. But after that, I had a sour taste in my mouth, and I just wasn't interested.
Yeah, I hear you. Sounds like it was his loss then, honestly.
Absolutely. Well, listen, before I go, Robert wants to ask you one more question before we get out of here. But listen, I appreciate the time. Thanks for all the follows, the views, everything.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Absolutely. All right, here's Robert.
Okay.
Here's a real question. I just got to lay this one down on the table for us.
All right.
I got to decide. All right?
All
right. We got to run to the store, and we got to get groceries and some few household items. Are we going to choose Target, or are we going to choose Walmart?
What time is it? You're 10:30 there?
Yeah, 10:30.
My Targets around here, they close at like 10 or 11.
Okay, so time's not an option.
Okay, you got like a Super Target that's 24 hours?
Yep, we got Super Target and Super Walmart, 24 hours.
You know what? I'd just go to Super Target, man. It's going to be less grief, less like kind of weirdos roaming around. Like, you know, Walmart's just such a mixed bag. You never know what's going to be going on in there once it's like after 10 o'clock. So I'd just go to Target.
Speaking of weirdos, what do you think's the weirdest thing you've seen in a Walmart?
What's the weird? Just people in general, I suppose. Like, I don't know. Like, not even necessarily doing anything. It's just kind of
creepy.
There's just a vibe. There's just a vibe and an energy to it that you can only describe as Walmart.
Right.
You know.
All right. So we're going to divert the situation
I generally just avoid it as it is. So if I've got Target as an option, I'm going to Target.
I feel that. I agree with you.
You know.
So here we're going to divert the situation. All right.
All right.
It's 10 o'clock at night. You just got off work. You worked all day long. Your boss asked you to work a double that day, right?
Okay.
You're hungry. You don't feel like cooking food. Are you going to go to Wawa or are you going to go to Royal Farms? Regardless of how far in drive they are, they're right next door to each other. Which one are you picking first?
Which were the two? Say the two one more time real quick.
Wawa or Royal Farms?
What are those? Are those East Coast things? I don't even know if I know what either of those are.
Oh my goodness, that's East Coast things, baby.
I think those are East Coast things. We don't have them.
Maybe look like a clown on live TikTok.
No, it's all good. It's all good. We don't have that. We don't have either of those anywhere around here. I don't even know what those are.
What about a Sheetz?
Never heard of it.
BP.
Just the gas station?
Yeah, that's a gas station. What kind of gas stations do you have around there that serve food, or is that like a weird East Coast vibe?
That might be a weird East Coast thing too. You used to get a frozen burrito at a gas station.
Oh no! Like they have kitchens in these gas stations.
I mean, there's a couple that do, but those as well wouldn't be open very late. You know, you kind of just got to get.
Oh, that's weird. On the East Coast, man, if you're hungry at 2 a.m., you go to your nearest farm
and you guys got a diner all over the place too. We don't have any diners here. You know.
You don't have any no diner.
No. There's like some like, you know, breakfast 24-hour, right? But there's no diners at all.
Jeez.
I know, right?
I mean,
can you believe
diners. It? I mean, after you're going out and having some drinks, a diner is like that's the ending spot.
You can go to, you know, like IHOP and Perkins and Denny's and places like that. But not like a traditional diner type place. Like, you know, it's just different.
Yeah, I got you. All right, and before we go, I need you to tell me one funny joke.
Oh, God, man.
I need something that's going to make me chuckle. I've been having a bad day at work.
I understand. I just don't know if I know any clean jokes.
Well, you already screamed the F word at a creepy guy, so I think we're good.
Did.
I think we're good if it's not clean. I think that's all right.
Yeah, I sure did. Jokes have always been difficult for me. I always like.
Okay.
I just forget. Like, people tell me jokes, and I just can never remember them. And then, like, the few that I can remember, I definitely can't repeat. I don't know. Jokes, they're so hard. I respectfully pass.
Respectfully pass. All right. Are we Mac or Windows?
I'm a Mac guy because I work with video and photography, and so I need a Mac for that type of stuff.
So how did you get your start on TikTok? Like, were you doing things like this beforehand, or
no,
were you just a shot in the dark?
It's me giving Uber rides to like drunk people. I just started putting up like little clips of those. And I had one that got like over 6 million views in like a couple of days. Yeah, it just went nuts. And so it's just like followers just started happening, and you know, other videos just started getting a lot of views. So it was really just kind of a dumb thing I did like during the pandemic last year, because I was just kind of like sitting around, and I was like, oh, I got these videos, and I put some on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I'll just put one on TikTok and see what happens. And they just kind of instantly just started getting like crazy amounts of views. So I don't know. So just that.
Now
so then I was able to, you know, do stuff like this since I have like a certain amount of following.
Right. Now, what's the craziest drunk story you got from an Uber?
Well, there's a lot, and I don't know. It's these are stories I've told a lot, man. I had an old lady pull a knife on me. One woman like try and strangle me with her purse. A lot of pukers. I had a guy.
What happens when someone pukes?
Well, you know, that's why you have a dash cam, and if you have like just the video proof of it and whatnot, you just send it to Uber, and they'll just fine them, like, you know, $200, and you'll just get paid like $200 for it.
Damn.
Yeah. So
now, do you take your car somewhere to get cleaned, or do
yeah.
you deal with
I
the
mean,
clean?
it depends on how bad it is. Like I've had a couple times where it was like you hit like the floor, so I could kind of just hose off the floor, you know. But then I had another time where it got like all over the seats, so I had to go get that like cleaned and detailed, you know.
Now, how do you keep your cool?
Because it's like, let's say that they did it, and I've got the video proof of it, you know. So what,
What's the point of arguing at that point?
Yeah, if I start screaming at them, then they can like claim that I was unprofessional and I was all of this, and you know, then they have an argument. As long as I just don't say a word, I know I've got the proof. I just send it in. I get paid. So I just try not to like, you know, take it personal, you know.
All right. Well, it was great talking to you. Can I get a shout out to me and my boy Paul? He commented, we just want to get a shout out real quick. Can you say on there? I mean, we're cool people. We're real. We're legit. What's up? Shout us out. Paul and Matt.
What's your name?
My name's Robert, and my buddy Paul and Matt are with me right now.
Oh, you got 3. So this is a shout out. This is an official shout out.
Yeah, that's just official. Like I'm going to be famous after you make this shout out. The name's Paul_Wall88. That's my one friend's name. My other friend, he's too shy to talk on the phone. We tried to get him to ask. Yeah. We told him to ask any questions, and he's like, I don't know what to ask. So he's no fun. He's not a part of it. So really, you don't even have to shout out Robert, honestly, because since Robert didn't talk, I don't think Robert deserves a shout. I mean, do you think Robert deserves a shout out? He didn't talk at all.
You know, he's kind of got to say something in order to get a shout out.
Exactly.
You got to put
sorry,
the work
Robert.
in.
I'm looking behind, and he just looks. His face is red, and he looks scared.
Okay, well, you know, it's no big deal. It's no big deal.
Right.
So what was your handle? You were Robert Wall 8. What was it?
No, my handle is Paul_Wall88. Just want to get a quick shout out. That's it.
Paul_Wall88.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. There's your shout out. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Robert. Shout out to Matt. And thanks so much for calling.
All right, keep it cool, man. You're awesome.
All right.
And next time, you know, maybe if someone opens your door, maybe just beat them up.
I might need to. I got to find a way to like turn the camera though, so everyone can watch me do it. You know.
Maybe bring a water gun in your car and just start squirting with a water gun.
I had a glass of water here. I could have just splashed it in his face. You know.
Yeah. All right. Well, you take care. All right. You keep doing what you're doing. Keep hustling. Keep grinding. I appreciate all your time and effort you're putting in TikTok. You're really making a change in this, brother. All right.
All right, buddy. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right. We'll see you.
Mike Oxbeck.
Okay. There you go. I had to get that one on the way out the door. So there was Maryland. A lot of questions there. A lot of questions to answer there. All right. Oh boy. We got Nebraska on the line. Drive By Night Show. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing all right tonight. Thanks so much for calling. What's going on?
Well, I have to tell you, my name is Franny, and I work along with her alias is Bird Lady, and I just received the official confirmation. I'm actually the head at the Lincoln Children's Zoo for volunteers,
okay.
And she just sent me the email, confirmation number 543-269-792.
Should we keep this confirmation number private? I don't know if we should be sharing. What if somebody wants to steal the confirmation number?
No, I was giving it to you so you have it for your record.
I understand, but what if somebody wants to impersonate me and they show up with this confirmation number?
You can't, because I watch your show every week. I gotta tell you, you're exquisite, and I don't feel like the summer zoo program would completely be incomplete without you, and I mean that wholeheartedly. You present yourself in such an amazing way, and you can talk to anybody, and that's what we really, really need, is being able to take a random conversation. We get, those kids in there, and, they're spitting out all kinds of things, and you can just take it and go with it. You 100% need to be there. If you, I kind of get the feeling you're not into the giraffe. I could possibly move you over into the camel area if you would like. We have both one-humped camels and two-humped camels. And again, if you're not comfortable doing the every 15-minute presentation, I can work you into that. We can go a 15-minute presentation every 2 hours. I just feel like I cannot let this go. I have a feeling that you are the one.
Well, thank you. You flattered me and buttered me up enough there in the last few minutes that how could I possibly say no?
I mean, I think at this point it's impossible. I feel like we could, if you want, we can set up a meeting. We could even create some TikTok content of you doing the presentation that will only benefit us and you. Your following will increase. I can promise you.
Right.
If you're doing, would you prefer camels or giraffes?
I just don't think that giraffe wants me anywhere near their tail.
I will tell you that camels can be spitters, so you do need to be a little bit careful for that, but I can get you, it's a spit mask is what they call them.
Okay.
And jail and prisons use them a lot. For people who are spitting outward, you put the mask on them. It's kind of a mesh mask. But that way you could do your whole performance with the mesh mask on. It goes over your whole head. It cinches at the bottom.
Okay, and then the camel.
So what you would do with the camels? Like say you're doing your presentation. We give you a little spiel. You tell them a little bit about the camel.
I don't know anything about camels.
We would give you the education to do the presentation. And then what you would do is I like to have you do what I call the 3-4-3 method. What that is 3 strokes on the right side, 4 strokes to either the first hump if they're one humped, or the second hump if there's a double humper. And you do 4 strokes to the hump area, and then you revert to the other side, 3 strokes, 1, 2, 3 to the left side, and then we're back in square one, a full circle.
That almost sounds like dance moves or something.
It sounds like it's too good to be real. The things that you will get from these types of experiences.
What am I going to get from this?
You will feel your heart will just be full of joy. You know you're helping out the community. You're educating the community. You're bringing awareness to all different types of animals.
Yeah.
No, the sky's the limit. You really, with your personality, I can see you doing camels. I can see you doing peacocks. I can see you doing maybe goats. And the bird lady sent me over the confirmation so that I can get she's working alongside of me to make the shirts. If you're interested in other areas, we can definitely get you camel shirts, giraffe shirts, goat shirts, and all we do is do a quick costume change in between. But whatever, I'll work slowly work you into it. And I'm just, if I could, maybe we could get your a good contact number. We can have you come in, show you around behind the scenes.
Oh.
You know?
Oh.
So it's a firm no.
Why do you assume that?
Because you just said no.
No, I said yeah. I said yeah. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. And
you and Bird Lady, you gotta understand. You just kind of bombarded me with this tonight. You both just came out a million words a minute, million miles a second, and you're like, this is what's going on. This is what you're going to do. Be here at this time. Here's the confirmation number. Here's what's going to happen. 4 strokes, 3 strokes, 4 strokes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I haven't even had a chance to breathe.
And you even remembered it. That's how good you are. When we see a candidate, we don't see them very frequently. When we see them, we take them, we grab them, we reel them in, and just once you do it a couple of times, you're gonna be so happy that you did.
Yeah.
And I'm so thoroughly impressed, and just I mean, I feel so freeing knowing there's still people like you. I mean, I'm growing. And you remembered the 3-4-3 method.
Yeah.
It takes months for some people to learn that.
I'm sure it does. Sure it does. I mean, it's very complicated.
I mean, I almost want to call Ryan Seacrest and just tell him he needs to look at you. Ryan Seacrest, he's in Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
He volunteers at the zoo. If you did not know that.
Does he?
Yes.
I didn't. I bet you nobody knew that.
Well, you can Google it. He does special shows because he is very active in the community.
Yeah.
You're active in the community. People might be like, hey, that was my Uber driver. Now he does camel.
Right, exactly. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
He's versatile.
You are 100% versatile. You can do anything you want. Let me tell you this, and I love to say it. There's hundreds of people doing things that you wish you could do, and the only reason you're not doing them, you're more qualified than them. You just don't believe in yourself. You need to believe. Believe. Believe you're the camel leader. Believe you can do the giraffe tailing.
Yeah, those things aren't difficult for me at all. If I want to believe I'm the camel leader, I can do that in 2 seconds and be the camel leader. That's really,
oh my God.
That's not my issue. These things are not confounding or baffling to me. It's wanting to do that, though. That's a different side of the story. Actually doing it, easiest thing ever.
That will be the easiest part, because once you lay eyes on these creatures, your soul will feel so free. It's a freeing feeling, and you're helping the kiddos in the community. Yeah. And I heard you don't like shorts. It's fine.
No.
We could even get you the really lightweight cargo pants. So the breeze blows right through, or you can even just slowly move up, like maybe try a capri.
Well, I don't know.
Have you ever tried the capri pants?
No, I have not, and I don't intend to either. The capri just wouldn't look good on me. You just have to understand.
What is your shoe situation? Do you ever dabble in sandals?
Never. Never.
So you're a full coverage.
I wear pants and I wear shoes 365 days out of the year.
Full coverage shoes.
100%. Every day of my life.
Okay. The problem I don't allow, though, at the zoo, but it doesn't sound like you would be a problem, is when people wear sandals and their toes are falling off the edge, and so it's like their toes are committing suicide. I can't do
it's not safe
suicidal
either to be around some of those animals. You got to have some protectant on your shoes.
Yes, you do.
Give me a break.
Some of them think that your toes are like those little smokies, and they just want to gobble them right up.
Yeah, I don't want a camel or a giraffe eating my toes.
No way.
So
that would never happen.
Yeah, so I won't even ever give them the option. And that's how I live every day of my life, walking around. It's like I don't want to give anybody the option of eating my toes.
I mean, I really can't blame you. I can't. I don't like to dabble in feet, but this is going way off the topic. The point is that you are exquisite. You are timeless, and we need your help. Again, my name is Franny. I am here for you, and I will do whatever it takes to get you on board.
All right, Franny. Well, it sounds like there's no possible way that you will take no for an answer. and you're just going to keep calling back week after week after week. So
every week until I get you in
so
that
it's just easier.
tour.
It's just easier to say yes. Yes, I'll do it, Franny. Whatever you need from me.
Okay, I'm putting in the confirmation. 1, 2, 3. All right.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
I put confirm.
1, 2, 3.
And we will get you on
4, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 3, 4.
It's the 3, 4, 3 method.
3, 4, 3.
And yes, you're just gonna be. Oh, I'm over the moon. I just really am over the moon about this. I am completely over this.
If I Google the 3, 4, 3 method, what will show up?
You have to put it with. I mean, I have not seen it with elephants yet. Although I can see me myself being in zoology. My education is zoology. I have not seen it. It's not typical of elephants, but if you do 3, 4, 3 method for camels, it will give you some detail. I also will tell you that I've done clinical trials with the 3, 4, 3 method, and it relaxes those camels, and it will definitely decrease the amount of spitting to strangers that they can do, because they're doing that because they're uncomfortable. You get them to the 4, 3, 4, and we are ready. I'm ready and willing. Drive all night show, 100% yes, and there you go. This is Franny signing off, and from the Lincoln Children's Zoo, and we will be driving all night. And I love you to death, and we'll see you soon.
All right, Franny, take care. Thanks for the. She just hung up. All right, Franny is talking a mile a minute. Won't take no for an answer. Somehow I'm roped into doing this 3, 4, 3 thing with camels and giraffes and capri pants. And I don't know what the hell's going on. What did I get myself into here? We got Oklahoma on the line. Drive By Night Show. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. What's going on?
I was just calling to let you know that I'm the curator for the Tulsa State, or the Tulsa Zoo.
Okay.
And I want you to forget about camels. Okay. I want you to forget all about camels. I want you to start thinking about monkeys.
All right. Tell me more.
Chimpanzees. Okay. So every Monday and Tuesday we have these things where we get a guy who has an amazing, beautiful voice like you do, and we get him to diaper the monkeys.
Okay.
Okay. You diaper the monkeys. Forget the 3, 4, 3 method on the camel.
What is that real? Was she just talking crap, or is that actually a real thing?
Well, actually, it's more, that's what she was talking about. She don't know what she's talking about. It's for husbandry, like when you're milking the male camel. It's the 3, 4, 3 method. On 4, you better look out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gross. It's gross. It works on elephants too. Works on elephants too.
Okay. Well, tell me about the way you said you diaper the chimpanzees.
Yeah, we get an amateur. I'm sure. Have you ever diapered a chimpanzee?
I have not.
Okay, so you're an amateur.
Yep.
But we get you. We put you in the cage with the chimpanzees, and it's a fairly large cage. It's a couple maybe 1,000 square feet, 500 square feet, somewhere around in there. It's in their habitat, so there's their duty on the floor and their toys and all this stuff. So anyway, you gotta wrestle one down. Whatever you pick it out. You want the big one, you get the big one. You want the small one, look out for mama. She don't want you messing with her babies.
And chimpanzees have freakish strength, right?
Oh yes. Have you ever? There was a lady on Oprah.
I know the story. The chimpanzee pulled her hams off of her wrist, like literally pulled her hands off, ripped them off, and then
I got a buddy that worked that.
Yeah.
And actually, he the chimpanzee ripped her arm off at the shoulder and beat her with it.
You're kidding me.
No.
But does that scare you though? Like, it has to worry you a little bit.
Oh, we got sharpshooters with dart guns. If it looks like you're about to lose your face, we'll dart them down.
Yeah. Still.
I mean, what happened to Rambo? You know.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, look what happened to him.
Yeah, that was unfortunate though, because that wasn't his fault. You know, that was just.
No, that was. If you want to be honest,
yeah.
That was probably the kid's mother for not watching him.
Yeah, seriously, because it's like now you've endangered this animal, because the animal wasn't doing anything really out of the ordinary or you know, extremely violent, but you put that animal in that situation by having that kid in there, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was sad, really.
It was sad. Poor Rambo.
Yeah.
But anyway, we get back to the diapering. Anyway, you get in there, and man, if you do it, we give you $1,000, and you get to be on our radio station.
Is that true?
$1,000. That is very true.
So all right. So you go in there, you pick the chimpanzee that you desire, want, or whatever. You kind of wrestle it down. You put a diaper on it.
Yeah.
And then what? You run out of there, or what do you do after that?
Oh yeah, you can run out of there, but I wouldn't advise it. See, they like to chase things.
I see. Be cool.
If you value your face, you will not run.
I value my face. I don't.
Well, you're kind of attached to it, you know.
It's true. It's been with me a long time. But so you're saying $1,000 and
$1,000 and you get to host on our radio station.
How often do people do this and or succeed at this?
Oh man, we had a guy go to the hospital just the other day. He tried and he took the little one. Mama got mad when it squealed, and she took his thumb.
No way.
Took his thumb right off.
No way. This is crazy.
I'm not even lying.
I believe you. Yet people still show up all the time to give this a shot. Because they're like, they're like, well, what,
Well, it's $1,000. I mean, come on now.
I understand for 2 minutes worth of work if you're successful.
Oh well, you have an hour to do it.
I see.
I've seen people do it in 30 minutes. You know, they try to get be friends with them. They fling their own poop at the chimpanzees.
All right.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man. I have never heard of this in my life. This is
well, look it up.
I will. Yeah, this is fascinating to me. I didn't know this was a real thing. So. That's crazy.
Now you also could do the 343 on the gorilla too, but I wouldn't advise that.
You don't want to mess with the gorilla. But what would happen? Like, I'm talking a full-grown chimpanzee versus gorilla. Like who wins?
Oh man, we actually had that happen one time. We had a gorilla climb out of its enclosure and into the chimpanzees.
Yeah.
And apparently they are like mortal enemies because it happened after hours, and our watchman was at the other end of the park, looking over other animals. And when he made it back to the chimpanzee enclosure and heard all the commotion and stuff, we only had like maybe 3 or 4 of our animals still alive, and we had 10.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow. So
gorillas tear it up.
Just tore everything apart.
Tore it all apart.
Yeah, I bet. It's crazy. It is crazy when you think about that. Just that level. Like what is the average weight of a full size gorilla?
1,300 pounds.
Can you imagine if you were 1,300 pounds? I'm saying you as a human being. And just to have and be that lean and muscular, you could just pick up cars and just throw them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It would just be.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why you do not take away the Elmo doll.
Okay. Is this something that you've had experience with?
Oh man! Well, that lady that was on Oprah, that's what started.
Oh, is that what started? Okay, so I don't know.
She brought in an Elmo doll and was given to this chimp, and it wasn't. I can't remember exactly what she said. It wasn't doing. It wasn't showing its appreciation or something.
Yeah.
So she said, if you don't be nice, I'll take the Elmo doll away, and she moved it back towards her. And I guess the chimpanzee was like, how dare you?
Wow.
I think I'm going to wipe my butt with your face.
Seriously, and I saw her face afterwards, and it was I remember that 911 call too. I've listened to that.
Oh my God! Yes. Shoot it! Shoot it! Bring your gun! Shoot it!
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, you know, and it's terrifying, and it's like, you know, and animals. Sure, we all love animals, and I'm sure you do as well in the job that you have. But it's like, you know, it can get to a point where it's like you cannot reason with a chimpanzee when
not at all,
you know,
not at all.
And it's like, what do you do when that thing can just, like I said, just rip your arm off if it really wants to, and it's frightening.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it could be frightening. It could be frightening.
Right on, man. Well, this has been an amazing phone call. I really appreciate the info.
Also, I just wanna like that lady, the last lady was talking to you about camels and such.
Yeah.
On Thursday, everybody who works at the zoo, we drink so much after hours. Like we are by now, we're like calling ambulances for like alcohol poisoning and such.
Okay.
So that lady was probably like gone.
Okay.
She had like margaritas. She was eyeballing.
Yeah.
You know, she was like, oh, Rambo.
Had to have been something going on there, right?
Oh yeah, man.
I think so.
Oh man. I got out of there. You know, I got a wife and chimpanzees at the house to take care of.
Do you have chimpanzees at home?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
How many?
I got 7. I'm not supposed to have them, but I got them anyway.
Wow. And everything's cool. They're just part of your family.
Oh, everything's cool. I also got a lynx. You know, I mean, sometimes that thing gets out of the cage, and it's a little scary. You know.
Yeah. Sure.
You gotta roam the house looking for it.
Sure.
And you know, I forget to feed it, so it's constantly hungry. So.
Yeah.
It's a who's hunting who situation.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
Well, right on, man. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the phone call tonight.
Hey, man, you're welcome.
So thank for all the info.
So, hey, if you ever come to Tulsa, come to the zoo. Ask to speak to Jake Rowland.
Okay.
And man, we'll get you hooked up and we'll die for a monkey.
All right, I can't make any promises. I might be too chicken to try it, but I'm interested in at least talking about it.
Well, if you're chicken, we could also swim with the anacondas.
Okay.
I got like a 29 and a half foot one here.
And you think that's
oh man?
You think that's safer than being in a cage with a bunch of chimpanzees?
Well, I don't think the snake will rip your face off.
True, but it might just like swallow you.
Well, I mean, pick your poison.
I suppose.
And if you want poison, we got poisonous snakes too.
All right. Days like this, it makes me feel I like my concrete jungle. You know, on days like this.
Concrete jungle.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, man, look at the animals that opened your car door just a few minutes ago.
It's true, man. It's true. I'm just sitting on the side of the road minding my own business, you know, and it's like, yeah, you got to be aware. And that's the thing. Like, I wasn't even like looking around because I'm just like looking at my phone, talking on the phone, and yeah, somebody like me, I should just lock my doors, I guess.
Honestly, I thought you was talking to the guy that was calling relentlessly. That was just like, beep, beep.
He wouldn't stop.
You were just like, fuck. Just stop, man.
Yeah. No, I felt like it because it's like, it's fine. I get it. You want to talk, and I appreciate that. The show only works if people call me, But you can just kind of wait. There's going to be a time when this call is going to end, and you can kind of hit your window, and you don't have to.
Yeah, you just got to wait for the lady to need to refill her glass.
Exactly. And I don't know.
She's getting drunk.
And I don't know how long each of these conversations are going to last. It's just sort of a case by case basis, you know.
And then man, I couldn't do what you do. Because, like, I was getting annoyed with the stupid questions, like, what kind of underwear you like to wear?
It's true. And some of those, it's just like, some of it's fine and easy, and you don't have to think of it. But then there's others that it's just like, I can't just come up with an answer, like, on the spot. I could, but it's going to be disingenuous. And it's just like, I just don't want to do it.
Oh, I don't blame you there.
I don't want to tell a joke on the spot either. I hate telling jokes, honestly.
Well, I think you'd do great if you retained a joke that you could tell and it was funny, you know, because that's another thing too. It's got to be funny. It can't be stupid.
It's got to be funny, but comedy for me, I feel like it's kind of organic. It's just something funny just has to happen or be said in the moment. And when you have a joke, it's this prefabricated like thing that's supposed to be funny and make you laugh. And I find that those can fail more times than not because it just didn't happen spontaneously.
Exactly. That's the reason why sometimes I laugh at funerals because I think of something funny or the way that the person died. It could be funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'll have to tell you a story about how my uncle died, but we'll save this for another show. I'm sure I'll catch you next week.
All right, man. That sounds great. I look forward to it.
Oh, I hope so.
All right.
Well, you stay safe and maybe think about getting you a firearm.
Seriously, man. Seriously. I guess maybe something. You know, who knows?
Yeah. All right, man. Well, you be safe.
All right, buddy. Take care. Thank you.
Think about Tulsa.
All right, man, I will.
Forget the camels, the 3-4-3 method. Man, you'll just get shot in the eye. That's all right. But I can get your face ripped off, or I can get you swallowed. So.
These are a lot of things to think about.
Oh, we got prairie dogs too, but I'll tell you about those later.
All right, man. Sounds good.
Bye.
See ya. Okay, that's someone who worked at the Tulsa Zoo and had a lot of fascinating information about apparently people will try and go put a diaper on a chimpanzee, and if they succeed they'll get $1,000 and be on a radio show. I just can't talk all of a sudden. And we got South Carolina on the line. I see the chat. I'll get to you in a second. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right tonight. What's going on?
Can I just tell you, after watching your live so far, you honestly remind me of Taxi Cab Confessions.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that show?
I do. I do remember that show. I used to watch it on HBO like in the 90s.
Exactly.
It was awesome. Like have you watched my videos on TikTok? Like they're just like Taxi Cab Confessions.
Actually, I haven't. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I have not watched your TikTok until tonight.
This is a live show that I just do every Thursday and just talk on the phone. But like I've done like a bunch of Uber rides like over the years, and I put up like little clips of those on TikTok, and they are like so just like Taxi Cab Confessions. So I love that show.
It really is. It's freaking damn awesome.
Yeah.
Cash Cab.
So there you go. So yeah, this has like become this thing too. Now, did you hear like the last conversation about the guy talking about the zoo and chimpanzees? And, it was amazing. It was just like, where did that call come from?
It apparently came from the camel conversation.
It's true. The camel conversation started it, and then that was like the natural way to continue it. And I don't know. That's what makes it fun though, because you just never know like what's going to happen next.
No kidding, because he was kind of long-winded.
Sure. He had things to say, you know. A lot of information though, you know.
It was.
You learned about chimpanzees.
Yeah, I learned a lot about chimpanzees. Like I didn't know any of that stuff really. But can you believe that people go try and put a diaper on chimpanzees for like $1,000? Would you do that?
have you ever tried putting a diaper on a toddler?
That's what I'm saying.
Like the same thing.
I don't know, but a toddler can't like break you in half and pull your arms out of your sockets. You know?
That's so true.
So there you go. So I don't think it's anything I'm going to go rush to try anytime soon.
That's funny.
Okay. What else is going on tonight?
Not much.
Okay. Just chilling.
Yeah, just kind of chilling in a parking lot at the moment.
Okay, well I'm just sitting on the side of the road, so I'm not doing anything all that crazy either, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks. Thanks for calling.
You have a great day.
You too.
You're welcome.
I appreciate the call. Take care.
Thanks.
All right. We'll see you. Bye. Okay. Oh, I don't remember where that call was from. South Carolina. There you go. Okay. I'm going to try and get caught up on the chat. It says, where are you from? I'm from Nebraska. Someone saying, sweet, thanks. Someone saying, so Bird Lady and the Michigan Mom are two different people. Yes, they are. Two totally different people. You can't tell? All right, we got Minnesota on the line. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right tonight. What's going on?
Yeah, not much. Just in the house and shit.
Okay. Just you've been in the house a lot lately the past year, huh?
Yeah, I'm actually traveling in London at the moment.
Oh, you're in London?
Yeah. I've been here like a while right now.
Okay. What have you been doing there?
Yeah, my cousin lives there, so it's been hanging out with them.
Okay. Just like kind of on a little holiday?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm not in London. London sounds kind of fun. I've never been there before.
Have you been any other countries?
Yeah. I mean, I've been in Paris and in France, but I just didn't make it over to England.
Oh yeah, it's fun here. Right?
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. I definitely want to visit someday.
Yeah. So, do you drive to Uber Thursday?
What about Thursday? What? I'm sorry.
Do you do Uber for a living?
Oh, well, I used to. I really haven't done any Uber since the pandemic, like last March. So I haven't driven Uber technically for a little over a year now. I might start it up again here later on this year, but I'm not sure yet.
So you're currently unemployed?
No, I'm not unemployed. I've been doing like DoorDash and Uber Eats and delivering food, just not driving people around.
Yeah, that one is favorite.
You know, so it's been okay. It's a lot of people have been ordering food though this past year because there's nothing to go do. So people are just sitting at home and eating. So business has been pretty good.
Yeah, the Uber Eats and other stuff is been doing good.
Yeah, have you been doing some of that?
No, I haven't, but I know people who do.
Yeah, it's weird. I never thought I was gonna do that, but like life happens sometimes, and you got to just do what you got to do. But it's been good to me for the last year, honestly. I don't have too many complaints about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there you go.
So, have you had the COVID?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So how was it for you?
It was hard to breathe. I was out for, it was about 3.5 weeks. I couldn't breathe very well. Had really bad headaches. I'd get chills like at nighttime. Nighttime seemed to be kind of the worst. It kind of when it would like hit me when I'd try and go to bed. I just felt dizzy and just kind of half out of it, and it was kind of hard to understand like language, like people speaking, and I had a difficult time reading as well. So I'm not really sure what was going on with it, but I really wasn't well for a good 3.5 weeks. And then after that, I even had like some residual side effects for several months from it, you know, but I was functional in that time at least.
Did you lose the taste or the smell?
No, I never did, and I knew that was common for a lot of people, but taste and smell were there, and I really never had a cough either. It was just more, you know, trouble breathing was probably the most difficult part of it.
So you didn't have a cough or sore throat?
No.
Or sneezing? No, not any of that?
No, I really never had a fever either. I would get weird chills every now and then. I'd start like kind of bouncing around and convulsing, but never really a fever.
So you're doing good now?
I think so. I still feel like part of me's not quite the way it used to be, and I don't know what that is exactly, and I don't know if it'll ever 100% be. So I'm just kind of I'm getting used to just who I am today and trying to forget who I was yesterday, because I don't know if that person's ever going to come back.
So how did you treat? Did you treat in any way?
I just rest. I just really hydrated and just tried to rest, you know. I really didn't do anything too special, just time.
Yeah, it's kind of not that good. Sorry.
Yeah. Did you have it?
No, I heard that people have them, been having those symptoms like not smell and ever smell or taste, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's weird, and it's why it's kind of a worry and it's why they, you know, raise the emergency button on the whole thing anyway, because it really does affect everyone a little bit differently, and there's no real way to predict how each person's going to react to it, you know. So it was worthy of saying that this is a dangerous, unpredictable thing that we just don't know what it's going to do to people, you know.
Yeah.
But hopefully,
good night.
Hopefully we're, you know, getting to a point now with the vaccination that we can start to make some positive headway on it.
Yeah. Did you have any vaccines? Did you get it?
No, not yet. It just, I think on Monday it opens up to everybody 18 and over. Before then, last week it was still like 50 and older could get it, but I think on Monday it opens up to basically every adult on Monday.
Yeah, hopefully.
So I'll get it soon, and hopefully, you know, we just get through this.
Yeah, it will go away. It's tough.
Right on. Well, thank you so much for calling and talking about it. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, good night.
Okay, you have a good night too. Thank you. Okay, there's Minnesota. In London, I guess. We're talking a lot about COVID there. I'm trying to get caught up in chat. I got 70 messages. Somebody's saying, I love lettuce. Someone's saying devil's lettuce. Someone's saying do it for the kids. All right. We got Florida on the line. Drive By Night Show. How are you?
Good news.
Well, what's up?
I might have a job with Bird Lady soon.
Get out of here.
Look in chat for a little bit. You'll see it.
Oh, I got to get down to the bottom of the chat. Let me get down to the bottom of the chat and call me back in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Chat's saying, been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. Bed of Roses is my favorite Christian Slater movie. I've seen Bed of Roses. Someone's saying IU in Nebraska, that 402 in Nebraska. Someone's saying, what is this no shorts hot take? Well, I would take a whole 3-hour show to get you to talk about that. And someone's saying, do you wear pants to bed? Sometimes. Someone's saying, I love shorts. I would love to operate the train at the zoo. Christian Slater is 51. We got Tennessee on the line. Drive By Night Show. How are you?
What's up? I was just in your line.
Hey, what's going on tonight?
Nothing. I was just, you had your number up in your car.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I just do this drive around talk show every Thursday on TikTok, and we just kind of talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Sweet.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. How cool you are.
Oh, I appreciate that. How was your day? What did you end up doing today? Oh, see ya. You just hung up on me. Back to the chat. Someone's saying, glad you are okay, man. Can't believe someone just opened your door and this dude asked you about pizza. Yeah. I don't know about the door thing. I was worried for you for a second. That was shady. That stranger opening your door. Sorry I opened your door. I'm just your biggest fan. Well, you should have said something like that. Bird Lady saying, it wasn't me opening your door. I would have handed you your free t-shirt. Oh, I thought I had to pay for this t-shirt, Bird Lady. Someone saying, great questions. Sheets is hella good. That was in Maryland or the East Coast. I don't know what Sheets is. Bird Lady's getting wants to know about the Highway Diner. I mean, if it's that a diner, like it's just a hole in the wall. If you've been to an East Coast proper diner, the Highway Diner is not a proper diner. We got Texas on the line. Drive By Night Show. How are you? Hello. Texas. Going once. Going twice. Texas is out of there. Chat is saying goats. Okay, I don't know any goats. I love this woman, my assistant. Yep. He needs time to ponder the zoo gig. Take all the time you need, buddy. Thank you. Someone saying, I love this show. I think I love it too. Someone saying, this is not safe, this live streaming on TikTok. Sorry. I don't know what that means. Capri Pants. Do you ever dabble in sandals? No, I do not dabble in sandals. Thanks for asking. Someone's saying, I'm deceased Franny. What? I'm Team Franny. Okay. Team Bird Lady Franny. Boy, Team Franny. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Monkeys are too dangerous. They are. This isn't real. Franny is real. It's sarcasm. What's happening? This is not safe. You in his live streaming. Oh boy, I don't know what's going on here. Gorilla Guy, this is war. He is our volunteer. Gorilla Guy just wants a free t-shirt. Is this the Tiger King's cousin? They're asking about the Gorilla Guy in Tulsa. Is this a carrier for you? It's too bad I have him booked out through October. He's ours. Oh, thank you for letting me know. Oh wait, here we go. Is there a job for a 14-year-old? And it says yes, goat area, and then so no giraffes. Giraffes are 16 and over. Well, hear me out. I am 16-year-old sized. Does that count for anything? We'll consider that. Okay, sounds good. The calling and then going silent is annoying. It is. Remember anacondas and chimps, man. Okay, caught up with the chat. All right, feeling good about all of that. Phone line is open. This is the Drive By Night Show. We got about 40 minutes left tonight, so call in if you got something to say. Been a pretty fun show, I must say. If you want to get caught up on past episodes, go to YouTube at All the Rides, and you'll find 11 episodes there. If you prefer to listen to this in podcast form, go to your favorite provider and simply search Drive By Night Show, and this shows up in a podcast. Okay, I read the chat. Okay, you do realize she's talking about a zoo in Nebraska.
Oh.
Yeah.
Playing for a reason now. So we should.
So there you go. Now you should put out an open call here, though. To anyone in Florida. Maybe somebody in Florida has a job for you, but this one's just too far away. It wouldn't work out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long walk.
That's a very long walk. It would take you all summer just to walk here.
A little bit more than summer.
Probably. I wouldn't want to attempt it. So
I've been distance the Appalachian Trail for about 6 months.
Yeah, that's true. So there you go. But the good thing is, you were talking in the chat, and you were getting some positive answers. So at least that people are.
My negotiating skills are on point.
The which are?
My negotiation skills are on point.
All right, man. So you got no worries. You'll be fine.
Yep, should be.
Sometimes you just got to get into the room and get the interview.
Yep. Have you thought about putting anybody as moderator in a TikTok live?
Like, are you saying like in the chat?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I don't know why. You want to do it?
I mean, I'd do it.
I know you would. Well, what would you do? What would you do as the moderator?
I don't know. We'll see how it goes when it happens.
I see. Well, yeah, you got to react just to what people say. The chat generally has been pretty good. I've only had a couple of shows where there's been a couple of people that have gotten out of line, but the chat kind of polices its own,
TikTok will do that to people.
Well, no, but I'm just saying they will as well. You're right, but I'm just saying like people that are in the chat and active. If somebody starts getting out of line and saying some stuff in there, the chat will like tell them what's up.
Oh yeah, I know. This is people that got to close your door.
Yeah, I know. It was crazy. I can't wait to watch that back later on tonight and see me yelling. Like,
I
was caught in the moment, man. I got caught in the moment, and like my instincts told me to like bark, and I did it. And then I remembered like people were watching me do this, and I was like, then I got all self-conscious about it because I'm like, oh crap, man, I probably look like a real dick, like just yelling at this guy.
He just wanted to give you your free T-shirt, man. What's the problem?
I don't know what he wanted because I wasn't giving him a chance to go any further with it,
Yeah.
So there you go. All right, man. Well, it was a good effort. You got a conversation going, so just keep up that sort of spirit, and you'll have a job in no time.
Eventually.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
You know that once I'm 18, if I'm not in the military or in like school, I'm gonna be out by 18. But I already have my plan set to be a paramedic.
Right. No, I understand. You got a plan. You just got to fill in those gaps in the meantime.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
The blanket that keeps in the cold went all bust.
The what?
The blanket that keeps in the cold went bust.
Oh, okay. Well, you gave up on it 100%?
Yeah. Because chemically, there is no way to do that.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's okay. The thing about ideas and inventions and whatever, it's not about, you can have thousands of ideas. It's just about having that one that really takes off and works. That's all that matters.
Yeah, just like your video that got like 9 million views.
It's true. And I've abandoned so many ideas that I've had in my life, and I've only actually followed through on, a very small number. So it's like, that's what kind of life is. It's just figuring out what are the important things to see through and follow through with, because you can't do everything. There's just not enough time.
I know. Coffee will help that though.
Well, it does to a point. But you eventually have to sleep. It's just part of life.
I know, but like I know you've been thinking about like the TikTok view FaceTime thing.
Yeah.
Like, you better be careful with that stuff, man.
What?
Some people will just do some random things that can't say here, or else you get demonetized on both YouTube and
yeah, you know what? That's actually a good point. I think for now I'm good with just the straight phone calls. Anyway, but
number.
Yeah. But that's a good point. You're right. And if everybody can see what they're doing at the same time, then yeah, that could get you into some quick trouble.
Yeah, 'cause there's like 5-year-old kids that do TikTok.
I know. It terrifies me. Believe me.
Yeah.
It's just,
Wait, so what time do you go live your time?
8 o'clock.
8.
Yeah.
So your Central time, you're about an hour ahead of me.
I'm an hour ahead of you. Exactly.
Okay, so 9. Got it.
Yep. There you go. 9 to 12 for you.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Which is up past 12 anyways, but that's besides the point.
I know. Well, you got to do what you got to do.
Today is the Zoo and Chimpanzee Talk Show.
I thought that was a pretty interesting phone call, though. The guy from the Oklahoma Tulsa Zoo.
Yeah, so Steve Irwin versus Monkey Dude.
Yeah. No, seriously.
All they gotta do is get a Florida man talking about putting a diaper on an alligator, and then they have a three-way fight like World War I.
Man, you imagine trying to put a diaper on an alligator?
Steve Irwin did it. He held an alligator.
Oh, he was just crazy, though. But look what happened to him. Stingray.
He got bit by a stingray.
Yeah. No, it went like,
out of all the things that could have happened to him, a stingray.
It went like right through his heart. Like it was like a perfect puncture.
Oh yeah.
It's nuts. Like they said, it was like really difficult for something like that to happen. You know, it's too bad. But you know, the guy was out there all the time. You know, it's like something. You're out there. You're tempting fate every day. You know.
Oh yeah. I'm really hoping some dude owns a zoo in Florida and pulls an alligator into this.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. But yeah.
All right, man.
Well, can't wait for the title of the YouTube video.
I'm thinking about it. But I kind of like that Tulsa Zoo call at this point, and we still got a half an hour left, so anything can happen.
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right, man. Well, have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's get back up with the chat here a little bit. Let's see here. In Tulsa at 14, you can diaper a chimp or swim with the anaconda. And then Jesse Lynn B sent a present. Thank you so much. We got Illinois on the line. Drive By Night Show. How are you?
Hello?
What's going on?
How are you?
I'm doing all right tonight. What's up with yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just watching your live, and I just thought I'd give you a call and say what's up.
I like it. And is this your first time seeing the live?
Yes, sir. This is.
Cool.
I've already followed you now.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, this is I've been doing this for 3 months now. Okay. On Thursdays. I just do it from 8 o'clock to 11, and I kind of just drive around and just take phone calls and just see what happens, you know. But it's really it's been a lot of fun. We just talk about whatever. There's no like set like format to the show. It's just kind of whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what's your? Okay, hold on. Let me think of something real quick. Sorry.
You're good.
What is the most interesting phone call you've had tonight?
Tonight, you know, there's been a few, but there was a guy that called me from the Tulsa, Oklahoma Zoo, and he told me that if you want to, you can go into a cage of chimpanzees, and you can pick whatever chimpanzee you want in there, and you've got 1 hour to put a diaper on that chimpanzee that you choose. And a diaper. And if you're able to do this, you'll win $1,000, and you'll be like on some radio show that night or something.
Dang, that's pretty sick.
And he said last week, though, some guy tried it, and the chimpanzee, like the mother, was upset and came over and just pulled the guy's thumb off.
Oh.
Like just clean off.
And so you get money for it?
Well, you got to get the diaper onto the chimpanzee within an hour, and you get $1,000.
So the guy lost the thumb, and didn't he get $1,000?
I don't think so, because I don't think he succeeded by getting the diaper on. Do you think is $1,000 worth the chance of losing your thumb?
I would ask for maybe $1,000 and my medical bills paid for, but other than that, I think it's cool.
I'm thinking $10,000 minimum.
$10,000 minimum?
Yeah, I'm not walking in there. I'm not walking into a cage of chimpanzees for anything less than $10,000.
I agree with that. So what do you do on your free time? What do you do? What's your hobbies?
I'm a photographer.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I want to be a photographer.
Oh, really? Like, have you done much of it in your life?
I like for school we had school projects,
Okay.
and I was probably like the best photographer out of all the kids.
Nice.
So I'd say I'm pretty good.
I like it. What were you shooting on a phone or like a frame camera, like a DSLR? Do you know what were you shooting on?
Honestly, it was just an iPad because that's
fine.
We had,
That's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
As long as it look good, you know.
Yeah, in order to, like, you know, take photos and whatnot, you just need to first make a good frame. That's like that's the important thing.
Exactly.
That's the start of photography. So it doesn't matter what you're taking the photo with. It's can you put the subject or whatever you're composing into a proper frame. And then from there, you know, it can go many different places.
That's facts. I agree.
But, you know, if you want to do it, what I would recommend, you don't even have to spend that much money.
All right.
But just get a camera body that has interchangeable lenses. That you can have like at least 3 lenses that you can take off and put on and change. And it'll amaze you how the vision and the world changes by each lens that you have on there. And then you'll find that looking at something, you can see one photograph, but then by using different lenses, there's actually like hundreds of photographs inside that one photograph, you know?
Right.
And you start to experiment with things like that, and it's just a lot of fun, honestly.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is fun.
Well,
okay, now I'm going to ask you a question, just in case you don't want me to, but is it okay if I throw some self-promotion out there? If not, it's okay. But
Go right ahead. I'm actually all about that on this show, so say what you need.
All right, cool. So I make music on Spotify, and I'm verified now, so you guys should check me out. It's Baby Mexico, BABYMEXICO. So check me out.
Baby Mix ICO? ICO?
Yep, Baby Mexico. Like the country.
Okay, gotcha. What? Let's say somebody wants to go on Spotify. Let's pitch it a little bit more. Well, what will they hear from you?
They can hear a variety of music, a lot of singing, rapping, pretty much a whole variety of a whole bunch of stuff. So if you guys want to check me out, you guys can, but if not, it's okay.
I love it. It's cool. I'm into it. I'll totally check it out. May I also suggest when you get off the line, just drop that information down in the chat as well. A lot of people go down there, and it's easier if you can just see it rather than hear it. To, like, you know what I'm saying, just type that in, and it might give you a little bit better shot at getting a couple people your way. And I would love it if they do, man. I'm a 100% supporter of all creatives and artists and people out there doing their thing, and everyone's got a voice, and let's hear it.
Well, I appreciate that, sir, and I'm gonna keep tuning into these lives because you seem like a pretty cool dude.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
All right, you have a good day.
All right, you do the same. Thanks. Okay, there's a call from Illinois, and on Spotify, and I encouraged him to put it down in the chat because you hear things, and I've already forgotten what it was. It was, you know, so I hope he puts it down there. And we can go listen to some music. And I'm all about that. If anybody's got some music you want to promote, lay it on me, man. It's hard out there. We need all the help we can get. We got Pennsylvania on the line. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much. What's going on?
Not much. This is my third time calling in. I missed last week. Was pretty bummed about that, but I was looking forward to it this Thursday.
Okay, good deal. I appreciate the continued calls. What's going on tonight?
Well, first of all, did you see my comment on the guy from the Tulsa Zoo? My strategy for taking on the chimp diaper challenge?
You know what? I read through a lot of that like really fast, and you know it's hard to like remember all. So fill me in.
So I was thinking if obviously dealing with chimps is extremely dangerous, so I thought maybe I can coax the chimp into putting the diaper on himself, and I thought maybe if I'm allowed to bring in food, I will demonstrate to the chimp that by putting on maybe like an adult diaper on myself, I get a treat, a reward. Maybe the chimp will understand that in order to get his reward, he has to put on the diaper by himself.
I really like. So you bring in 2 sets of diapers, one for you, one for the chimp, and then some food, and then you'll put on your diaper, and then you'll eat some of the food. Is that right?
Hey, monkey see, monkey do.
It's
right?
true. It's true. It's true. You know what? That sounds pretty sensible, honestly, because I mean, chimps are very intelligent, and I think that, like, rather than go in there and just like try and jam some diaper on the chimp, you know, you're taking a reasoned approach to it, and I don't know. I think that's pretty good. Let's just say you get the opportunity tomorrow. You're in Oklahoma for whatever reason. You've got your diaper and food and $1,000. Is that enough?
Oh, definitely. Especially if my approach focuses on not engaging directly with the chimp.
True, but he was telling a story about a guy last week that had his thumb ripped off.
Oh yeah, exactly. No, I mean, I'm assuming that I can retreat from the challenge if I wanted to. So if it starts to get dangerous, I would just get out of there.
Okay. Well, and you know, and me too. Like, I just don't know, you know, how safe this would be overall to do. It's just kind of frightening just to be in like a cage with wild animals, you know.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I've seen so many videos of like chimps and gorillas, and they can totally. I mean, we have no match to them, you know.
None. He was saying that a gorilla weighs 1,300 pounds, and it's like, you know, that muscle mass, that's like 7 times the weight and muscle that I have. Like, you just can't do anything against it.
Mhm. Yeah. So that's that. I wonder if the challenge is still ongoing even after the thumb incident.
Well, it sounds like it just is, from what I could gather from him, that this has been going on for a while, and there has been some accidents and things that have happened to people, but for whatever reason, it's still just this ongoing thing. So I don't know if there's you would think there would have to be some sort of health concerns about this, and somebody, you know, catching wind of this and not thinking that this is like an acceptable thing for a zoo to be doing. But he made it sound like it's just kind of like, the guy lost his thumb, who's the next challenger?
Yeah, but also it makes me think that, I mean, the zoo caregivers, they must have some sort of strategy for doing this. Well, either that, or they've taught the chimps that this is something that's happening, and maybe because they know the caretaker, they just go along with it.
Yeah.
But whenever that was a thing at SeaWorld, I believe they had a similar thing with feeding of the orcas and stuff, but don't know how that ended.
I know. What was that documentary about SeaWorld that came out maybe
on Netflix? You talking about?
Yeah. It was a documentary that came out maybe 7 or 8 years ago about a particular whale that SeaWorld had, and it ended up killing like 3 people, I believe, and they kept moving it to different SeaWorlds, and it would just keep like murdering people. Mm-hmm. And so they started to really like do some studies on about like, does this whale like know what it's doing? And they were fairly convinced that the whale was like, you know, because they took it like from its home, like away from its family. And this whale was just never happy from day one. And it was like in SeaWorld captivity for like 30 years.
Yeah, no, and they also speculated that those whales have emotional lives as complex or more complex than humans do. So they eventually went on to determine that not only did it harbor grudges, but it would also do premeditated schemes to harm these people.
So you watched the set. What was the name? Do you remember the name of that documentary?
No, I just know that it was the one on Netflix.
Yeah, it was fascinating though to me to start to like get into the mind of this particular whale, and it's like and in certain degrees it's like, how can you blame the whale? How can you hold this whale at really any fault for this? That was dragged away from its home, its family, held in captivity, and then forced to do like these sort of like parlor tricks for audiences, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm almost like rooting for the whale at that point, like to be angry about that and take out some sort of vengeance, you know?
I tell you this though, given that we're looking at it, if we're looking at a spectrum, obviously those whales there at the end where they're more intelligent, thereby more similar to us. But what about the lower end? So you think of like simpler animals, I don't know, like an ant or like something like that. Does that make it more justified to like abuse or derive entertainment from them, you know?
So,
just a philosophical question.
Sure. So you're saying maybe a less refined species, then it would be acceptable because the animal may not be aware that it's in captivity or being like shown out to an audience to do like little tricks and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've heard people make the same arguments about dogs before as well. That it's like when you have a dog and you just keep it like in your house, like in that captivity, and basically you're like forcing the dog then to like love you and depend and rely on you for its food, its water, to take it outside, and then you just leave it in there for hours a day when you go to work, you know. And it's kind of like it's interesting when you, as you said, philosophically start to like think about these things.
Yeah, the reason I was thinking about these things, you start thinking about these sorts of things when, well, I have this niece, and she just got a dog, and she says she's 7 right now, but she's at the age where, you know, she's asking like, she's asking questions about like the dog's emotional state, but she obviously doesn't know the connection there. So you have to plan, like, what do you tell them? Like, are they happy living with you, or you know, that sort of thing?
And it's a good question because the dog certainly appears that they're happy living with you because of the way that they react when you come home from being away for a while. You see,
mm-hmm.
I would say virtually every dog, you know, freaks out, is happy, looks happy, but it's also like, but what if that's something else that the dog is trying to tell you or show you when you come home from a period of time?
Yeah, I mean, but once you get into how they evolved, obviously they evolved to be to live with humans. That's how they eventually branched out from their common ancestors, the wolves. That's when they started growing mechanisms in their mind that allowed them to be more responsive to the stimuli that humans provided.
Right. So dogs are dependent on humans then, more or less, now.
Yeah, they have evolved to be so. Yeah.
But is that because of humans bred them that way, or do you think dogs have evolved that way more on their own?
Well, there are all sorts of relationships in nature that just happen to be so. It's just because humans bred them to be like that. I mean, I would make the argument that some symbiotic relationships happen naturally in nature that would resemble that of a more powerful species caring for the other for some sort of benefit. In the case of humans, it's the love and affection that we derive from it.
Sure. No, and it is, when we put it in that way, it definitely is a two-way street at that point, you know, because it's like you think about a human does, you know, feed the dog, provide water and a place to live and that not, and then but what does the dog provide to the human other than that companionship, maybe a protective force if somebody's trying to bark, if somebody's trying to enter into your house, you know. So it is kind of this two-way relationship, where it's not like a goldfish, I guess, which some humans could find companionship from a goldfish, but beyond it just kind of swimming back and forth in a bowl, you know, it's not like a real tactile, like a dog that can sit on your lap.
Yeah, they're approaching plants at that point.
I kind of feel the same way also. Certain fish have more character, I would think, than others, you know, but just kind of a simple goldfish is really one step above a plant.
I know. And you sort of keep them because they look pretty, I would say.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Very glad to have been able to catch you on this Thursday. But the reason I didn't last week, I've been taking these classes. I'm starting for the GMAT right now, and right now they're running pretty late. But I'm glad that I was able to hop on here for a little bit.
Absolutely, you're always welcome. You're very interesting, and I enjoy our conversations.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be looking forward to next Thursday.
Okay, I'll be here.
Alrighty, well, you take care.
All right, you do the same. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, I call from Pennsylvania. It's interesting. You start talking about whales and intelligence and animals and chimpanzees and then dogs and goldfish, and it's really fascinating, like the spectrum of, you know. And then Oklahoma was trying, but they just hung up, so it's fine. And I try and finish my thought, but I don't really know what my thought is, you know. It's just start to think about it, and the more you think about it, almost the less it makes sense. All right, here's Oklahoma. Drive by Night Show. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
Listen. I called in earlier.
Yeah.
About the Tulsa Zoo.
You've been the topic of discussion on this show ever since you called in.
I understand. I've been listening, but just so that they don't get a bunch of phone calls about diapering the chimps and kids, I just thought I'd clarify that none of that is true. I just listened to the lady ramble on for 30 minutes about camels and all this stuff, so I figured I'd come in and blow your mind. But I don't want these people that are sitting at the house going, "Oh my God, I'm diapering chimps, thumbs getting ripped off, and $1,000. Hell, I need to get down to Tulsa."
Right. And then everyone's like, "Well, this is just the type of stuff that happens in Tulsa all the time."
All the time. We live in teepees, man. I got the biggest tent on the block.
I've heard this. I've never been to Tulsa, you know, but
you need to come. You need to come. We can get you.
It's really not that far. I've driven like it's just like, I mean, it's hard to like drive like straight through. They need a north-south interstate.
You're right.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Why did they like somehow like miss that when they designed the whole interstate system?
Man, I have no clue. But I love a good back road. The only bad thing about that is it's not paved well.
Right.
And I mean, and you know, when you crossed into to Oklahoma, like, you know, when you're coming in from any other state, man, you know, you can hear the road like shh.
Yeah.
And then like as soon as you cross in and you see that "Welcome to Oklahoma," it's all the way till you get where you're going.
I love it.
But just so that I'm not on the news and being hunted. Man, I was just messing around.
Good. You know, and honestly, this show that I do, like, probably 20% of what's said on this show is factual, and the other 80% is prank calls and people goofing off. So I think we're okay. It really led to a lot more of a discussion than I thought it was going to, and probably more than you thought it was going to as well. You were just like calling in just goofing off a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But it's been good content for the show, so I loved it.
But I guarantee you, at least the last two people that you had on here, that sounded like they was minors, kids. They was probably on the internet looking hardcore for the $1,000 diaper, the monkey or swim with anacondas.
It's true. And it only takes one person to be calling the Tulsa Zoo in the morning and filing a complaint.
Yep. And then they'd be like, well, there's this guy on TikTok, and he's got a YouTube channel, and then they'd be like, I'd be on the news. If you know the person behind this voice, you need to call 1-800-Crime Stoppers.
It's true. Because then they'd be like, the Tulsa Zoo would be like, well, we don't do any of this stuff, so we just got to assume that this guy's doing it like after hours or something.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't know about it. You know, we need to.
And I want to apologize to the kids that was calling and inquiring about this stuff to you, because I know all of a sudden I hear this and they're like, gee willikers, that ain't true.
I can't trust adults.
Well, it is a good life lesson there. You probably can't trust adults. You're probably right.
Man, I was gonna look for the guy that got his thumb ripped off.
I know. It's like, this is amazing. And that's why I was posing the question. I was like, you know, if there's a chance of getting your thumb ripped off, I don't think $1,000 is going to cut it.
No, but I like the 10,000. I was when you said that, I was looking at my hand and I was like, man, I can miss that for 10,000.
Yeah, but there's a good chance you're getting out of there scot-free with that 10,000 and your thumb. I'm just saying that's the minimum price to step in there. You can't do it for $1,000.
Man, I wished I wouldn't have to call back in and tell you it was just a goof.
It's okay, man.
Because you know the world we live in, man. There's somebody like, oh my God, you'd be pretty safe. You can diaper a monkey. They got sharpshooters and dart guns.
It's true. There's people like practicing on their dogs like tonight. Like getting a diaper on their dog. They're like, oh, I'm going to go do this with the chimpanzee and make a bunch of money.
Yeah, I'm going to do this like 9 times and retire.
Right, exactly. Oh, that's good stuff. Good stuff, man. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
I appreciate you. This has been entertaining. I mean,
likewise.
I do have a serious question though. What color is your underwear?
Well, hold on here.
Uh-oh.
Hope this doesn't get me.
Get you an OnlyFans there.
It looks like it's kind of like, it's a pair of like plaid boxers. Looks like black and gray and white.
With the skid mark?
Well, you know, that just comes with it, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I tried to wash that out a couple months ago, and I'm like, you know what, that's just going to be there.
My underwear wears out on both sides of the skid mark.
Well, it probably just like melts like through the fabric, you know. It's so potent.
Yeah.
I definitely got a few pair like that, you know. I those are like my daily wears. Then I keep a couple nice ones for like, you know, special occasions.
Them's the Curry underwear.
It's true. It's really true.
All right, bud. Well, you stay safe.
All right, you too, man. Thanks for calling again.
Bye.
All right, we'll see you. Okay, so that was the guy from the Tulsa Zoo. All of a sudden saying that none of that stuff was real. So I don't know. I don't know what to think now. Here we go. The chat is saying, it sounds like some life BS. You had to be here. It was pretty comical. Bye, y'all. What are your pronouns? He, him. Hey, I would bring food and eat it after putting on my own diaper. The chimp will understand that if he wants food, he should put it on. Howdy. Oh, here we go. Baby Mexico on Spotify down in the chat. Go check it out. I'm going to go check it out later. The chat saying, I'm disappointed. The gorilla guy was being sarcastic. None of that was real. It's called I almost said flish. Blackfish. Thank you. It made me cry. It made me cry too. It was a great documentary, but it was super sad. Go check out Blackfish. You'll learn a lot about whales, and you'll probably never go to SeaWorld again for the rest of your life. Okay, this is the Drive By Night Show. We got 5 minutes left. If you want to check out old shows, go to YouTube at All the Rides. There's 11 of them up there. This particular show, which is a doozy, is going to be up by Saturday, probably. So just go there and subscribe, and then you'll be notified when it's uploaded. YouTube, All the Rides. If you prefer to listen to the show in podcast form, go to your favorite provider. Simply search Drive By Night Show, and this whole thing will just pop up, and you can listen to it, you can watch it, you can do everything, you can tell all your friends about it. You can be like, man, we listened to this amazing show about putting diapers on chimpanzees, and we talked about it for like 2 hours, and then we found out it wasn't even real. But it was about the journey, it wasn't about the destination, and there you go. We got 5 minutes left. I might start just driving towards home. I don't really know. But if anybody wants to call me until then, I am open to one last or two last conversations, and we can just put this one to bed for the night. But it's been good. I feel worn out though. I don't know. This show sometimes it's like I really enjoy doing it, but 3 hours, and I'm telling you, it just kind of wipes me out. So I don't know, man. There's people that do this every day that'll get on like those early morning radio shows or mid-afternoon or evening, I don't know. They'll do it 5 days a week, and they'll just talk for 3 hours or more. Some of those do it for like 5 hours in the morning. And after doing this for 3 months, I'm just like, my hat's off to you for being able to do that, because talking for like 3 hours and listening and trying to pay attention to it, it's just like, I don't know. Some reason it's just wears me out. So there you go. This was definitely entertaining. I thought so too. I like we've had some good shows, but I think this one overall ranks up there pretty highly. And it wasn't like, you know, sometimes people like it when the show goes off the rail and people are calling in and saying some nasty things, and we really didn't have any nasty stuff tonight. It was pretty clean for the most part. So I'm totally okay with it. Had some regulars, had some new people, and everyone seemed to get along tonight, and it was a lot of fun. So I can't wait to go back and watch some parts of this and figure out, like, I always take like a little clip from it and then make like a special clip for YouTube and for the podcast of like a highlight of the show. And I think the Tulsa Zoo's got to be the highlight of this particular show, because it ended up becoming conversation worthy for I don't know, a good hour and a half at least. You know, it seemed to be like all I was talking about, all anybody was talking about. So thank you, Tulsa, Oklahoma guy. That was just amazing stuff there. So I can't thank you enough for it. All right, we got about 3 minutes left. Phone is quiet. We got 6 new voicemails. Those are never any good. Chat's all caught up with. I don't know. And there you go. Oh, thank you, Jesse, for the present. I'll definitely send you a follow here if I haven't already. I appreciate that a lot. 2 minutes. Clock is running out. I'm about a mile away from home. What's it going to be? Are we going to do one last phone call, or are we just going to send it off with me on this last mile until I'm home and I can just go inside and think about next week's show? Because this one is almost behind me at this point. And yeah, now I'm just talking for the sake of talking. Someone saying I'm Gorilla Guy's wife, LOL. Is that real? Are you really Gorilla Guy's wife? Tell Gorilla Guy, and I hope he's still listening too, that thank you for the great content tonight. You know, I almost feel like I need to send Gorilla Guy $1,000 for all the great content that was given to me from that one phone call. So someone's saying, what's this all about? Well, go through the chat and you'll see a whole lot of stuff that won't make sense. Why don't you just call the phone number? You got 1 minute. What's this all about? Hey, we've been here all night. Where have you been? Oh, what do you mean coming in here with 1 minute left saying, what's this all about? I mean, come on now. We've been working hard at this for 3 hours. You're saying, hey, I convinced him to call you. Dude, I owe you. I owe both of you. This is great. Next time I'm in Tulsa, which will be the first time, we'll have to go out for a steak dinner or something. Okay, well, this has been the Drive By Night Show. Doesn't look like anybody's going to call. I think I'm going to call it good for the night. Go to YouTube at All the Rides. Subscribe there. You'll see all the shows. Search Drive By Night Show in every podcast. You'll find it all there. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you next Thursday. Good night.